Yeah, man. Evening.
All right, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon. The Titan is here.
Blessings, blessings.
Yeah, man, them know we serious runners and the Titans this, you know. And tell me tonight, people, extra, you know, because you have something going there. I don't know who am I trying to convince. Same name, same Prime Minister. I don't know for who. 21% of the lightest thing on earth. Who no live through, we still alive, and we live through the whole of that. He might have said about road, somebody called me and say, hey, this guy wicked, you know. He must say the road, said the PMP must stop. Remember, he have Bruce, you know. And they have Mama P for 4 years, and then him do longer than that. Remember him in the first 5 years there, you know. And the 9 years, 14 years that, you know. And him still until they say PMP mash up something. This guy is sick. I'm going to give proof of something. I'm going to play it and give proof of something. We never prove nothing with him, and should have resigned. But this is how them be a face and lie. This is how them tell lie by Michael, man. They are you CIA nearly killed the man and kill off 889 our people them. That same dirty thinking Nazi party. Sell we out them should have charged for treason, the one of them. All them, the one of them in a the one of them in a brother. Should have charged for treason, and I don't me make you know. Them evil, you know. And them still, you remember Sarah come out with lie and talk about Lennox. This a brigade and Michael Mandy. And Mandy said, look, that time Mandy do school. He must set up the hospital. Everything he must set up, you know. For our sake. We don't have no hole in our road. We don't have nothing like that. He must set up housing trust. He must set up this. He must take back the backside. And the money spent right there. You know, your man miss 1 cent. And I like Andrew only it's a 28 bank account. And I like Andrew only when you look at get money from SSL. And I like Andrew only when you look. He have 473 million. He might draw 150 million one time. That is money laundering. I know when draw the money and do. Andrew, the judge will find the money not investing in the drugs. Let me ask. Can we ask question? Can we draw that lump sum of money and do with it? To what that him draw 120 million, 150 million. We see money at bank all over the place. No, we're not killing the night, you know. But before we start, you know, my opening speech. One of my brother, take it away, no man. My opening speech. But the guy, can't you resign, you know?
Well, you know, say him not have no credibility, you know, for even show him name, much as him face on a ballot paper. This guy have to resign long time. Because this guy are corrupt to the core. And this guy orchestrate all type of level of corruption in Jamaica where we right now affect the country, you know. This man is not good for the country. That's why I look like a lappies in a parliament when Mark G I make the budget debate. It look like a lappies because remember, you know, this guy and have nothing when can come to the fraud table and tell the people them in that Jamaica. Because him burn out like a old piece of coal. Him not no spark. Just like him spark program will die out quick and fast. Because this man just pride himself on PR and lie. And Jamaican people wise up to this man style and him profile. So when him now, yeah, I try to come now and I try to look at leverage like him want to seek a third term. This man have to go a long time, man. No third term around here, so a prison term around here for Andrew Holness. You understand? Yeah, prison term around here, not third term. And I yield back the floor to my brother.
Prison term, I mean, I say not that.
Yeah. Look, watch here. I could have tell the Jamaican people as it relates to the recent development that we are in receipt of. Remember that I came out and I said, you know, loud and clear that Andrew Holness cannot go against Donald Trump policy in terms of, you know, the situation with the Cuban doctors, right? One of the reasons why he just simply cannot do that because of the level of corruption that he involved with, that the switch system. So America now has all the evidence on him, right? And remember, it is not like Mystic Sensation is a prophet. We are simply just reading the evidence, right? And we have information as it relates to his level of corruption. So when Lewisham said that he's not supposed to be on the ballot, when Melting Pot said he's not supposed to be on the ballot, when Byron said he's not supposed to be on the ballot, no, 100%. We're serious. He's not supposed to be on the ballot. And I want Jamaica to understand in terms of the level of culpability, right, and corruption that Andrew Holness involved with, to the fact that, right, remember now, during the pandemic, Andrew Holness, as it relates to the Cuban doctors, they came and they helped us out. Help us out. Don't worry about that. The Cuban doctors, right, they have been getting assistance from Cuba, from God he knows when. That Cuba has been helping out this country, right? Now, and you're going to tell me that now you have a situation developing, and as a result of Andrew Holness' corruption, right, and the level of embarrassment that he's going to face, knowing that he can't say no to United States, because obviously they will do him like how they had done Noriega. United States have the evidence on Noriega as it relates to what Noriega had done, right? And so then when Noriega, when it comes to the Panama Canal, to the last years of the Panama Canal contract to sign, and Noriega go against it, did not want to sign it. The United States use, you understand what they know about him, right, to go into the Panama and get him, right, and pull him out because of the evidence. Now, it is the same situation that Andrew Holness is in. Andrew Holness and his administration are corrupted. Remember, you know, before Andrew Holness' administration, right, make that decision, you see how they delay the decision. Remember, I came out, right? We came out and we said, listen to me, no matter what, people, remember, we said this, no matter what, Andrew Holness cannot go against the United States. He has to support the United States. So it is not like I'm a prophet. I am not a prophet. I am simply looking at the evidence. The evidence is real against Andrew Holness' corruption. And so no matter how I'm pretty it up, you understand, just like I'm going to Parliament today, and 95% of the things that Andrew Holness spoke about in Parliament, I mean, damn lie.
Garbage.
Rubbish.
Jamaican people, what I want you to ask, right, for any GLP vlogger, everything that Andrew Holness can lie on, ask Andrew Holness, you understand, to Google it and show us in evidence. He can't. He can't. And everything that we are going to say, you understand, we have history supporting us. We can Google it. We can show the evidence. Well, they can't.
But we have everything in the Bible. We have the database.
Exactly. Andrew Holness, right, is simply a dangerous person, right? And right now, in terms of Andrew Holness' action that he had done, right, it is treasonous against the Jamaican people.
Yes.
Right? Honestly, it is treasonous against the Jamaican people. The SSL situation that they're involved in, right, where he colluded with Mark Croskerry and Hugh Croskerry in robbing multiple Jamaicans, you understand, of their investment. If Andrew Holness had done that, right?
Yeah.
And he can't deny that. If Andrew Holness had done that, and the evidence is there, that is the reason why they don't want to show the Crow report. Everything that the whistleblower spoken about, we learn later. It is true, living true. They cannot come up because let me tell you something, people. We have other supported documents, you know. Right? That means that if them run out, you know, we are going to push it out. The only reason why we know about those documents, was to the fact that we are protecting, right, certain issues. And right now, let me tell them plain. We are actually working on other persons. You understand? Who will be coming forward. You understand?
Worries.
So listen to me. Darrell Vaz cannot say nothing in terms of what we are saying against even the whistleblower. Everything being spoken. Darrell Vaz cannot come out and deny the fact that, okay, all right, he took money from SSL, right, and help out, you understand, with his daughter expense as it relates to tuition, university. He can't deny it. He can't deny it, right? Darrell Vaz cannot come out and say that he doesn't have multiple accounts in SSL. Him cannot deny. You saw him quiet? Right? Remember, you know, Darrell Vaz, him claim say, him a killer Vaz, you know.
Yes.
Killer Vaz quiet. The killer Vaz silent.
And that me I say,
Eh?
very silent, very, very silent, him numb.
People.
The entire party of them, Andrew Holness running a kleptocratic government, the whole of them are criminal.
Baron.
Jamaican people, no more I am going to hesitate in calling them a criminal. They are criminals.
No, look,
100%. 100% Titan.
You know, this Titan, we'll start like 5 minutes. We have to take around 11 minutes to start right now. Because we have to hammer them. Run out time of them. Let us start the show. Titans, more worry about it. 1 a.m.
Start packing because you are going.
Yeah, man, we're there, man. You see it?
Pastor Ricky.
We'll start show, make sure.
Bless up, Pastor Ricky.
Now you're ready, Pastor Ricky.
What you mean? See that? When we done with him, don't worry. Hey, you might tremble like leaf. Let me tell you something. I want to start on something very important tonight with Andrew Holness, because him in this I make a bag of night, a crisis. Look how the man stupid. I play 2 things. I start on 2 things. I want to dissect it. I start from the PNP 18.5 years. Remember, you know, 2007 till the 5th of January 2012, when Porsche swearing and them did I run things. Them borrow the money back after 14 years after Patterson. Leave the IMF. Them go borrow that money and default. Now make it here when I tell the kids them say either we can default or that them they do. Them mash we up before. Them never what do we say they ever do? Remember me telling you something from now when I talk about road. Remember this. Who build highway 2000? Who build North South Link? Who build the road from Nigwil to Port Antonio? That's one end to the other. PJ, we never have no old road like this. So we just remind them. Yes. Him take the money 2017 and put in a consolidated fund. Remember we're showing it people. And from there, nearly 10 years. And plus in the next time, the next 5 years for them do the 9 years plus them not fix what I do not, you know. A matter of fact, them pile up even garbage. Remember these things documented, you know. So when these people run out, them look about one hospital and all what can done from 2017. Them run up and down with Zozo from 2017, 2018, state of emergency, and go around and mash up the youth. Them now them I use death squad that I finish kill out the youth them. So try and film watch him at the third highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica. Bruce and him have the first highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica. 1683. So crime, even if we have nobody murder, him can the amount of people murder upon him watch for 2 terms. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You can't spin these things. We're going to play this. And by the way, we're going to look at unemployment rate too. Yeah? We're going to mash them down that night. Play this.
To Jamaica. Let's take a look at some of these developments.
The Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA 1990, committed to promoting the development of agriculture in Jamaica to enhance the national economy and improve the quality of life of rural farm families. That's gone. The Office of the Utilities Regulation, OUR, 1997, was established to regulate the operations of utility companies in Jamaica. That's gone too. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company, 1998, revolutionized the public transport service within the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region, Spanish Town, and Portmore.
Stop that door. So we never have no bus system. The government have the bus system from 1983. When them take it out, the JOS, 19, we're going to look on it. And this in the 90s, partisan bring back this, you know. Bring back this. Every time they mash up the country, PMP come fix it back. Watch out.
There goes a main part of Jamaica's transport system. But wait, what about Jamaica's first state-of-the-art transport hub for the corporate area, the Halfway Tree Transport Center, that opened in 2008? Are you seeing a trend here? The regulation of the telecoms industry. In 1999, there was only 5% mobile phone subscribers, totaling 120,000 people. This change broke the monopoly, brought new players to the market, introduced prepaid service, lower prices for handsets, and by 2007, there was 100% penetration. That would be simply no more. The Highway 2000 was initialized to connect to Jamaica via a comprehensive highway system, upgrade Jamaica's infrastructure, provide economic opportunities for growth, and create jobs. For the hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans that rely on these highways, can you imagine life without them?
All right, so people, if you see the highway them, partisan, the PMP never neglect no road. Tell me, I'm a tough fact, them go farther. Because them upgrade all of these roads, you know. The one of them road, them upgrade them, you know. So when you talk about road, at them upgrade and fix road. I'm a tough fact, partisan, them have the blueprint for fixing road. This man mash up road. Continue.
The PATH program, 2001, allocated through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, the Program of Advance Through Health and Education PATH is a conditional cash transfer CCT program aimed at delivering benefits to the most needy and vulnerable in society. Say goodbye.
This is the part of me see them on up and down. These are what them are use and survive after.
That as well. The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA.
Them water type down 2001. Look here.
2001. That was created to promote sustainable development by ensuring protection of the environment and orderly development in.
You know, some here, fish headless. I said, NEPA, them, the government will protect the environment. Because them bring in. Remember, NEPA, this when this come in, people, and that's it that they far. So them don't know what them do, them just want to have them out and you use it and crush them. Them is germs. Continue.
Jamaica. Without it, our watersheds, mangroves, and areas like our cockpit country would all be without protection.
So you say who protect Jamaica now? All these things. But you still fish headless stand up, you know. I say we the JLP protect when them want to dig out the cockpit country. Instead them protect Jamaica. But they never put in nothing for protect Jamaica. These are nastiness. Andre for resign. You're not supposed to step on the ballot. When I not listen to you, because you're a liar, there's a piece of shit. I know me alone as a son either. That's my word, is a piece of shit. Yes. And when I'm a matter of fact, the man, they may tell you when they come out, when I feel them time for talk. If you are just the toilet itself or the big load. Yes. No, so, family. Andrew Holness.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I shit that, man.
Okay. Continue.
That's gone too. The Emancipation Park, 2002. This lush 7-acre landscape was created to be a reminder of Jamaica's emancipation, freedom from bondage, and a reminder to excel, a green space in the city that, yep, you guessed it, you have to say goodbye to this beautiful oasis. The National Health Fund, 2003. This fund helps improve patient experiences, prescription services, and access to medicine in Jamaica, as well as inpatient and outpatient pharmacy services for the public health sector.
As someone, let me tell you something. As someone, Andrew Holness come lay down what them do for Jamaica. But we build up, you can't put on nothing well. So, state of emergency. The guy chatting bullshit. You understand? Him chatting bullshit. Them I want him to lay down. Come show me what the labor right them do for Jamaica. That everybody can benefit. Just show me one thing. One me ask them, you know. Me not ask so much in the Bible. One. Continue.
Infrastructure development and much more. You guessed it. That would be gone as well. Without the major upgrades to Sabina Park in 2005 and the creation of the Trelawney Multi-Purpose Stadium in 2007 and the Montego Bay Sports Complex, otherwise known as the Catherine Hall Sports Complex, in 2010. Tourism Enhancement Fund, 2005. That was established to lead tourism innovation.
The Tourism Enhancement Fund, yeah, we do everything. See it, see it, front of me. This do everything. Tourism Enhancement Fund. What them are do a bag of things right now. You see how we do it 2005?
In the areas of infrastructural and sustainable projects, human capital development, and tourism linkages. Gone with the wind. While we're on the topic of tourism, say adios to all the fancy Spanish hotels that bring in so many of our tourists and provide jobs. Thanks to the Master Plan for Sustainable Tourism Development in 2002. And the Falmouth Cruise Shipping Pier that began development in 2009 and brought a record number of tourists to Jamaica. Say later to that as well. Let it not be forgotten that in those 18 years, education was a major priority. As a result,
ask him what school and them thing that them build. Look on this, you know. Continue.
64 schools were built and refurbished.
64 built and refurbished.
Including 70 new basic, primary and high school.
Including 70 new basic and high school. Education first. Bruce no build none. Him no build none. Him no build nothing, you know. Nothing. I do it today and I like him no repair road. Him no do nothing. I chop the money.
In Western Jamaica between 2004 and 2005.
So the people them in space of 1 year, them be like how much more new school and everything, you know. You see it, man? Continue.
As well as Greater Portmore High School in 1995, Ascot 1997, and Cumberland 2000. Disappear. Now I don't know about you, but it looks like the PNP spent 18 years laying a good foundation that Jamaica, including the current government, is benefiting from. By the way, if you're watching this using a community hotspot or broadband, you can thank the PNP and the establishment of the Universal Access Fund that later developed into the Universal Service Fund, which provides free community Wi-Fi and hotspots island-wide. Oh no, that means...
Alright, so that's the first thing we're opening it with. I'm opening it with them put out Byron, I could dissect something. with the jobs, where them say create. We're gonna look on it in a real time right now, and then we knock it. Ask the JLP to put out something like this, everything what them do for benefit to the whole country. Don't tell them about car because I'm Patterson too. Seem like seem like the telephone and everything, they couldn't have everything. People have car now, the ordinary man have car and bike and everything, Patterson. Them same way. Yes. You understand? Yeah. So we know the whole of this is what the PNP do. Yes, still a mash up a country, Andrew Holness. You know what I want the PNP them do for me though? Nikisha Birche, do something for me, right? You see, every more you do a GLP, and listen me good, more you do a GLP, one same like how this look, more you do one of them, it starts from 2016 and show me every corruption. From more I see it, and you show me the date, like how we have the date, like we just say this, that, and that, and that, show it same way. Because that need to play. And that a feed them thing. So you have to show me better jam. How much barrel of oil gone? How much money? Them have to show me. You have to show me Mama Cow. From when she get that and collect money and go pay 900, she should have got prison. You have to show me real weed. You have to show me Andrew Holness. You have to show me SSL. You have to show me Mombasa Grass. You have to show me the donkey one. What's name again? The one from Ochi?
JC Hutchinson.
1,000
JC Hutchinson.
You have to show me Sniffy. You have to put the charge. You have to show me all these corruption. Pan it and make more and play it. We don't have it right there. We don't need to do one. Because we have to remind the people them what these people do. You need one to play. Not true by one.
Yeah, but wait, you know, one of the things that hurt me so much today, because the first thing that I did this morning is to, you know, tell my wife, right, not to cover Andrew Holness.
Yeah, because we now watch it. Okay.
Not to cover. I told my wife not to cover Andrew Holness. And why the reason why I said that? Because the level of evil at what this man had done.
Yes.
And I know very well, you understand, that he's a liar. Now, I want to speak to Jamaica, right, in clear terms.
Yes.
Right? In clear terms. Now, Andrew Holness, based on information that someone sent me, and I heard him speaking about FinSac. I said, no, his level of evil and wickedness, trust me, gone beyond the outer space of earth. Now, people, let me just breeze it in for you. Andrew Holness, who said that the greatest evil that the PNP had done as it relates to FinSac, shifting the wealth from the rich to the poor.
From the poor to the rich.
Shifting the wealth from the poor to the rich. From what you may realize, that's some things where you understand, but thanks to the correction. People, if you don't hear me make a little miss up, correct me right then and there. You understand? Because sometimes I saw the thing go. Thank you for that, Pastor Ricky. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Andrew Holness, right, spoke that the greatest evil is shifting the wealth from the poor to the rich. Andrew Holness said this. And Andrew Holness trying to say to the people of Jamaica that PNP created FinSac. Now, what is FinSac?
A report.
What is FinSac?
Reveal a financial meltdown.
FinSac, right, is the financial adjustment company that caused as a result of the 90s financial meltdown. So I want to define that to Andrew Holness. What is FinSAC, sir? FinSAC is the Financial Adjustment Company. Came about as a result of the 90s financial meltdown. Now let us speak about the 90s financial meltdown. What transpired? My dear people, my dear Jamaican people, what transpired is that you have Edward Philip George Siaga. I'm going to ask the Jamaican people a question. Which political party Edward Philip George Siaga support? Let me ask you. Which political party Edward Philip George Siaga support?
Labour Party, man. Labour Party, you know.
Pastor Ricky, which political party Edward Philip George Siaga support?
The transnational organized crime shower posse JLP party.
Why you like a brilliant melting pot today?
Yeah. Pastor come out. Him come out punching, man. Punching. I like that.
Power.
You get it
Yes,
right, Pastor
man.
Ricky. You get it right, Pastor Ricky.
Of course.
All right, let's go right now.
Yeah.
Dan Crawford, right? The banker, the non-commercial banker at the time, right? Took investors' money and loaned it to who? Give it to who, as a matter of fact? Edward Philip George Siaga. And what Edward Philip George Siaga said, he didn't remember that he borrowed some money. People, am I lying? No.
Right.
I want to know. I am going to ask a question. It appears as if Google search engine is a PNP operative. Why am I saying that? It seems like Google search engine only contain history or data, you understand, that going against the Jamaica Labour Party. Well, as far as me concerned, Google search engine is just a search engine. You understand?
Yeah.
That contain history as they unfold, right?
Definitely.
And where you have credible people, right, who put data on the search engine and where you can find the data. Why the search engine or any other search engine apart from Google search engine, right, is not reflecting the history and events as it relates to how the Jamaica Labour Party shaping their narratives of lies and propaganda. Is the Google search engine telling us that it was Portia Simpson or PJ Patterson who borrowed money from the non-banking entity as it relates to Dan Crawford? Did the search engine said that? What the search engine said? Now we could go into the history. The search engine have Siaga getting money from Dan Crawford, right? Without the requisite documentation, you know, as it relates to, you understand, something that's substantial for him to get X amount of money in. We're talking about millions of dollars in.
30 million, man.
Without any form of surety, you know.
31 to be exact.
$31 million at the time. Right? Now, Jamaica people, when I tell you that Andrew Holness is 100% pure evil, this is why, people, I want you to listen to me. Paul Chen Young, right, as it relates to the Eagle Merchant Bank Group, take investors' money, rub up the investors' money, and go and buy properties in Miami. Now, the investigation that pursue, the court document that we have, Park Cheng-Young found guilty. Not only that, we learned that Park Cheng-Young found guilty for robbing investors. Who was Hugh Croskery? Hugh Croskery was running along with Park Cheng-Young in the 90s meltdown.
Yep.
Park Cheng-Young had given Hugh Croskery 19 properties to hide, while the court advised him not to engage in any form of business transaction. You know? Park Cheng-Young, you understand, disobeyed the court instructions, you know, and gave Hugh Croskery, you know, 19 properties. You know. Now, where am I going with this? You are going to tell me that Andrew Holness doesn't know this history? Everyone know. Everyone in the political circle know. Andrew Holness know who is Hugh Croskery. I know that Hugh Croskery run along with Park Cheng-Young. Now, people, let me tell you something now in terms of the level of wickedness. When Andrew Holness coming out and talk about the greatest evil with Finsa, this is how wicked the brother here is.
Dangerous, man.
This is how wicked and cruel the brother here is.
Yeah, man.
Now, him no say, Andrew Holness knew very well that Park Cheng-Young and Associates transform itself into SSL and operated by who? Hugh Croskery. Operated by who? Hugh Croskery. In 2008, Andrew Holness know all the information. Collide with Hugh Croskery and Mark Croskery to open ADMAT. Right? And to open ADMAT. But people, hear the truth about it now. In terms of opening ADMAT, who take out account? Who take out an ADMAT account for Andrew Holness?
Mark Croskery.
Who took out an ADMAT account in St. Lucia for Andrew Holness? None other than Mark Croskery. More of them run out in Jamaica people. Yo, the brother, you're too wicked and evil. The brother, you're too wicked and evil. The brother, yeah. If you ask me in flesh, if you know Satan, look for Andrew. Look for Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is Satan in flesh. I mean, I make up this. People. Mark Croskery, I mean, I talk it loud and clear because I can't run out, you know. We have the evidence, you know. That's why Andrew Holness must not be on the ballot box. Mark Croskery opened an ADMAT account in St. Lucia for Andrew Holness.
Brother Byron.
Yes.
You don't say the FinSac. Before you finish with Mark, we're going to show them what is FinSac. And
Yes.
this is Dr. Omar Davis, as the opposition spokesperson and finance, Omar Davis, as one that he would have no problem revealing the name of members of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes.
JLP cabinet who are to be bailed out. I think that following meltdown in the financial sector, the whole of the JLP, them destroy the place. And our money have to bail them out. Them is evil. Meanwhile, Arjisha run out. Siaga, the whole of them, see there? His threat came after the People National Party call on Finance Minister Ali Shah to rescue himself, to recuse himself from any further involvement in the commission of inquiry. He announced at the closing of the budget debate on Wednesday. At the PNP press conference Thursday morning, Dr. Davis explained that previous administration was hesitant to appoint a commission of inquiry into the financial sector collapse of the 1990 due to the fact that the officials with intimate knowledge of information governed by the banker-client relationship would likely be called upon to give evidence. Dr. Omar Davis said it was felt that an inquiry would have result in possible legal implication in terms of confidential breaches. The former finance minister said he had refrained from divulging sensitive information which came to him in his capacity as a minister. Remember, you know, him did have the one board and the one kind of FinSac thing, them have to go deal with it, right? Look on this. He however note that the utterance and action of senior members of the members of the present JLP administration had left him no option but to make necessary disclosure, which he said would impact on the terms of reference of the proposed inquiry conflict of interest. He stated that is a fact that the senior member of cabinet was a shareholder of the institution in which depositors had to be compensated by FinSac. Him a shareholder, more than one of them, the JLP, them, the same one, them are bonfire, you know. He also stated that at least 4 cabinet members in the present government that are blue schooling government, including Finance Minister Ali Shah and one Minister of State, as their bad loans acquired by FinSac because of their failure to service debt to the institution which they had borrowed. These are nastiness. And them come and say PMP must answer FinSac. Hey brother, take it away because we are going for bond them, you know. Them should have go to prison.
No, let me tell you.
Brother.
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna say this.
Him come and see third term.
Third in prison. See in front of one of the paper, this is the FinSac report. Why them not release it? Them are criminal. They are all criminals. Continue, Byron.
Yeah. Now when we gone back in a parliament today and really attack, we say, no man. No man. Not only that this brother here, you understand, is lying. But this brother here, right, disrespect every Jamaican and undermining the intelligence of Jamaican people. Yes, and he believe that, you understand, he's the smartest of them all. That fool believe he's the smartest of them all. And to show you how he's stupid. You understand? We have the evidence. But he can't shift it up. You understand what I deal with? Now, just look at it, people. That in spite of SSL, several breaches, the People's National Party in 2013 locked them down.
Yes.
Right? Put certain restriction on SSL. But Andrew Holness didn't want that. He didn't want that. So when the people, right, who been tricked by him, voted him in 2016, was the opportunity now, you understand, to, of course, strengthen SSL. Because remember, he joined SSL from 2008 in preparation of everything. Knowing that the evil that he has done, knowing everything, you understand, as it relates to the corruption, the illegal awarding of contracts, right, the SSL thing, and they know that several of them in the Jamaica Labour Party participated. They decided what? Not to sign the code of conduct because they know that they were guilty. They were hiding. They were hiding their guilt. So they know that signing the code of conduct will also aid to convict them in a court of law based on what they have signed to, right? To uphold the principles of good governance. But they knew people, they knew of the evil that they had done. And so then what PNP do? What Andrew Holness had done? In 2017, Andrew Holness administration removed the restrictions from SSL. When he removed the restrictions from SSL, you know who big him up? You Cross-Carry big him up.
Of course.
I say, yo, Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew this.
Yeah.
Because Andrew is now paving the way for you Cross-Carry and him, Andrew, and other members of the Jamaica Labour Party to get rotten rich on the taxpayers' back. And innocent investors. Hey, let me tell you something. Andrew Holness' judgment from God is not going to be an easy one.
Yeah.
No.
It's not going to be an easy one.
Let me just jump in, Sir Byron. Can I say something when you finish? Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me just round it off for the people. The bottom line in terms of what I say, because other people want to speak, right? So let me just round it up. The bottom line in what I am saying here is that to know that Andrew Holness, you understand, gone into the parliament today and talking about FinSac and talking about FinSac and you know blaming FinSac for the FinSac for the 90s meltdown is to go to show you the wickedness, you understand, of Andrew Holness, the cruelty and the evil of Andrew Holness. This man is evil, Satan in flesh. You understand? And I yield back to make a next.
Before you come in, Pastor Ricky, see she them they did the FSC. See her there? See her name there? She not one a best friend here. You see her?
Look at that.
She did that one FSC from Stuart Arthur. See her here? You see her what them do? Yes. I said close friend and I pay nepotism, cronyism and them thing that them run here.
Criminals. Criminals.
Yeah. This is criminal. This is more than criminality. She did that really from Stuart Arthur. See the chairman of FSC. See that? Yes. And lift it and make them run away. See that? See her name that's up.
She forgot prison to me.
Yeah.
But let me just say this real quick. You know, as we are Michael Manley Heights on this panel and we support the People's National Party, I am calling on Dr. Amar Davis, Dr. Peter Phillips, and maybe Comrade Leader Mark Golden might have knowledge to come like Prime Minister Patterson did and set the record straight on this FinSac conspiracy that they're trying to tag or label on the People's National Party. What the Prime Minister said today needs to be clarified, because we all know the truth about the 90s meltdown, financial meltdown. We all know the players.
Pastor Ricky, before me say that, with all respect, Dr. Omar Davis come out and say, me just interview him. Think of a port and interview him. Come out, come talk.
Omar Davis.
And FinSac report them have it. So the people them are not fool. And what him is saying, no, brother, we not all right. Let me tell you up front before you even finish. Because I interview Dr. On the seat there. Nothing will come out of the Prime Minister mouth, nobody now follow, brother. He might lie this thing. So when I follow him, he can't make me follow him. He figure he must step on the ballot. Let me tell you. The man figure away. My garbage. Continue.
But when you sow seeds of doubt in people's mind, people would tend to believe a lie when they keep hearing it repeatedly. So I would suggest this is a moment in time.
Ricky. Hold on, Oris. Listen again. Stop saying people because Mandela will not listen to Andrew Holness. And then read it too, you know. Remember, people not dumb like what Andrew think. Don't say these things, my brother.
We know that, but we have
nobody not listen to Andrew Holness.
We have an electorate out there that's going to
the man come out already, me I tell you, and him come out and we there. And not like Andrew can go around with. We are platform. You know, say, when me just show, nothing that me just show. No labor right them, but our woman there is just talking, brother. So we know what even give Andrew the time of day, brother. If we go to prison, man.
Father Lord, so we know the
That's what we
truth.
have to say about the people. We don't underestimate the people. We talk to
Yeah,
people every
but
day, brother.
there's an
Please,
election.
no man.
There's
Don't
an
give yes. We're not paying no mind, brother. Because the man, listen,
yeah,
if the man them, wait, no brother, the man them come out, you know. Don't say them to come and clear because them come out. Remember them talk to we. So if they make Andrew when they hear this tonight, and say yes, for people are listen. Who are listen to Andrew? Remember me just show Omar Davis, I show you said the Jlp them come out strong. Them that me just read look a while. Me do it every minute. And Omar Davis step on different shows where him do it already. Him himself come out and the report them have it. But we if you tell them to release the report, the full report. Why them not release it? That's what you tell them to do. But Mark Golden will release it.
He will.
I'm a crowd report where them now release neither. Why them not, these are the things that we're supposed to call them for the better. Believe me. You understand? But nobody, you understand what I say, mistake? Because none of like people are going to follow them. And you feel like him have some power. And you have the power boy, you know. Let me tell you, PMP people, them like check up on them thing, yeah? And right now, it out, you know, and him can't throw it out. Andrew the liar this thing him figure resign. Me not listen to Andrew. You know, so why you think me not listening to that? That's why you think me I play what me I play. Because I want him out. Me not give him no time around now. Him too evil to the him wicked and Siaga better. And him hurt weird. Because you know, say him come out and I tell so much lie. And we have the truth. Even with the road. If Patterson come with Highway 2000 where Siaga against, them come with North and South Link, them build the road, them fix it, widen it, do everything from Nickel Pine to Portland. Them widen out of Mandela, them widen up here, so them everything where you see put in Marcus, and them do it. And now Andrew said them mash up road. No go so. So me not give him credit. Me just attempt to go away.
Yeah.
And push out the thing. Me not follow like what I'm saying about
Yeah,
that.
but Wayne,
Yes.
I'll tell you something, you know. You see, as how them consistent.
No, that's why we consistent, brother.
We need to consistent.
No, brother, but we can't need to. No, but who we are beat now?
Yeah?
Let me say something. Let me say something.
Who we are beat now?
Yeah, we have beat them
No,
now.
who we just show look a while.
Yeah,
We
man.
just show so we know what. Let me tell you what we don't do. Yes, that's why Andrew get to him. Let me tell you what I say Andrew do and it hurt me head. Me say Andrew, instead of sure what am I doing at the 9 years. Let me tell you what Andrew play. Andrew can't man put me because I know this, you know. What Andrew do is move you, him a mark around. So him always come up with this. Remember 10 years him do, you know. Andrew a shit, you know. Let me tell you, don't join Andrew trap. Andrew go for Michael Manley. You saw far him go, you know, so them try assassinate the man and kill the man. So when you go down and you try about Michael Manley this, you let him go. And you try move the light from where him do and the money from when they move you know and that him do. So you thought let's about that and go back to the past and give him a pass for the 9 years. Yeah. As soon as election, you know that.
Well, hear me now.
He go by Patterson. He might beat mother them. So when we are talking about Patterson, instead of you beat him, you go on. You know what Andrew do? Me not Andrew for resign, brother. Andrew can't keep me. Andrew go Mark Golden. When say about Mark Golden? Nothing. You know? Patterson 18.5. And we are saying, but look here, 18, hey brother, me not fall for that. Him a shit. Him a shit. Don't fall for it. Hold him accountable.
You mess away. We have the last leg to go down in the general election. 4 months. Now, let me show you something with Andrew Holness strategy. You understand? Because what I know, let me just explain this. Remember, you know, everything that I predict about Andrew Holness come true, you know, and people see it.
Of course.
Just like, before him make agreement with the United States. Remember last week I came out and I said to the entire Jamaica that Andrew Holness cannot go against the United States. And people realize that what Byron said. All right, Byron.
Look at it now. You know Andrew do now in the night, yeah. That's why I say me not follow him. Am I right now? Andrew, now why you talk about him, you know? You know why you talk about now? The Zozo, state of emergency, everything, you know why you talk about it. Right? Who put out anything about this thing? Who wants to see what Andrew do? But when Andrew the driver back to Patterson, him driver back to this, so them say 18, so he might keep it from him 9 years. Him 9 destructive years. So instead of the panic, I say, hey, Patterson, this and that, then him say, oh, them a big mama do it too. Then him throw it out again and your father, we not in a desk with them. Don't you whole Andrew make the people, them Andrew not do no work, you know, better. Andrew destructive, you know. So I must keep you from talking from what him do. And him can't say nothing about Mark Golding. You know what him can't say nothing, he must say the PMP this, them destroying the 70s, a lie, we rub it out. When me gonna follow him from one him from where him do yourself. People, you know, hey, every artist come up and I mash them up, you know, because them evil, them to charge for sweets and brother. Don't follow Andrew Holness. You know what is who talk about Mama Cow? Who talk about alright? See the man, look at brother. See the man they know. Look at that Byron.
Yeah.
See the man they know. When name? The one where we go and go do quote from 2019.
Rural read.
You know see what Andrew do? Oh, we have brother with that 2025. So we leave him. Look at over 7,000 people them killing at the pandemic. You know who talk about it? You know see what Andrew do? The Andrew try to keep us busy in the past. Meanwhile, they wreck the place and I get with the loot. Me not deal with that no more. Me beat him everywhere. Me not follow him down the sand done a show with him. We are all Andrew for where him does come say. Andrew doing the right, brother?
Father Lord, sir, can I just say one more thing?
Come on, finish the thing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it because
Yes, man.
there's an election in a few weeks, maybe months.
Yes.
The latest Don Anderson poll said that the undecided is about 33-34%. We know who the players are in the 90s meltdown. We know who's responsible, no doubt about that. But there's an electorate out there that is confused. And so the only thing now, because today, you know what he said in the parliament today? He looked at Comrade Leader Mark Golding and said, somebody in the house benefited from FinSac. So he made an accusation. Wait now, he made an accusation, a big lie.
Brother.
He said on Comrade Leader Mark Golding.
That's what I said to you, man. Mr. Andrew, $400 million, you know.
We know
Andrew,
that.
the IC go quoted Andrew run the election, you know. Not FinSac, you know. FinSac can pay you. So we are talking about FinSac. Are you still not take what me are saying, brother? Andrew like this. Now election time we turn it up. Andrew, the people them say what Andrew do. Andrew say we do what Andrew do. Tell me one thing what Andrew do from 2016 till now. Tell me one. And you know why you talk about it? And I tell you, we keep on going back to FinSac because we know we have the paper and know how release it. Then, all right, if you go spend over 60 million and you go for your paper and you know how release it, why you blackout? Why? Because see that's what we just read a part of FinSac thing, you know. Him know how release it, so we done with him. I know where Andrew the latest thing, him live in a 1 room, 2 room. I asked Andrew where the $3 trillion there. Andrew, where the people, where the petrol and money there, Andrew, what you do? The road them not fit. That not do. That if you hold Andrew pan. Andrew, you know why you hold him pan nothing like this? You know see what Andrew do?
Wait, when you have the thing is, in terms of any modern democracy in the Caribbean, I just want to ask a question.
Yes.
Which other prime minister in the history, the entire history of the political process in the Caribbean, where that prime minister statutory declaration,
You know, that
4 years, cannot be
and
said.
still they are not talk to me. He's a big criminal and I tell you about FinSac. What do you mean?
Right.
Me don't want to hear about that now. Beat him.
I mean, this is and then you have some people.
On the ballot.
You have some people. No matter what I say, Andrew me say.
That are for them business.
Shitted.
Them done.
This are shitted. Them people are like crayfish. You understand? Them carry shit in them head. Because number one, ask yourself the question. And you saw them people. You see these people who are supporting Andrew Holness. I want to ask them something. If they are running a shop and they have a cashier in the shop, right? And the cashier, right, responsible in terms of the sales of goods and certain things. And by the end of the week, right, your goods reduce
Yes.
and your till empty. What would you do? Never ask them something, you know. What would you do? Right? The only person who has access to the till is the cashier.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The
Yes,
cashier. The cashier is operating the till.
Yes.
Me they ask the people who they take off the Andrew now. What would you do with that cashier who is working for you when you know that you start the place, right? And goods are sell, but at the same time, no money now coming in. And it is the cashier handling the till. May I try to make it simple? May I try to make it very simple for that?
But it's simple, you're right.
All right. Let me convert something here so now.
Yes.
Let them understand what me I said. Hold on, let me convert something. Let them understand what me I said. When we talk to the whistleblower, if you notice, Andrew Holness himself don't have no account in SSL.
That me I talk about.
Why that is important? Now let me just take time with them, because some of them, even when I split them head, them now go answer. Some of them worse than the Portland mayor. You understand?
Good.
Who they get
Good.
who they get what? 75 out of 10.
Yeah, 75 out of 10. Yes.
But let me just take time. Let me just take time and drill it in for the people. Andrew Holness, right? If Andrew Holness has an account in SSL, and SSL, you understand, aware of Andrew Holness' account, there is no need for SSL, you understand, to deposit money into NCB, where Andrew Holness has to take out a new account with $0. What that goes to tell you people that Andrew Holness doesn't have an account in SSL. Now, let me go further than that. Now, how does Andrew Holness explain, right, getting money out of SSL? Not only that, you know what we're learning now. The Jamaican Labour Party have several accounts in SSL. Several accounts in SSL. Darren Vaz has multiple accounts in SSL. Let us ask the question, people. Why is it that it's only Darren Vaz and the persons who are monitoring the several GLP accounts? Only Darren Vaz, Andrew Holness, right? Mark Croskerry and Hugh Croskerry. Only those persons who are so-called doing investment, you understand, benefited from SSL, and the other 200 accounts freeze. Can someone explain that? Remember, as according to what the whistleblower stated, that when contracts being given to contractors, the political kickback machine utilized where the contractors in return put money in the GLP accounts in SSL. People, that's what we are saying. This is serious. The viciousness of it all is that Andrew Holness' greed extend in terms of NHT, NHF, tax, all of these money that they put in SSL. And guess what? We now want to find out from the Auditor General. That's why we are pushing this thing. The Auditor General need to come out and tell us whether or not the NHT, the egg tax, the NHF money, right, are secure. How those money goes? Now, people, back up a little bit. Let me talk. I don't want to talk, well, you know, other people up on the panel still, you know. You understand? I don't want to breach people time, and because Pastor Ricky was talking, I'm gonna just feel. Let me just make Pastor Ricky finishing point before we come back to my turn and you understand me do. Pastor Ricky, continue.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Logically, critically thinking, there is an election right at our doorstep. You have some people today that are confused because we know which party is the corrupt party, but yet we have a prime minister who trying to suppress the votes to keep people from going to the polls to say give up on the process. So what he do? He tried to paint the picture that both parties are the same. So when he made that accusation in the parliament today and linked Comrade Leader Mark Golan to it and says is somebody in this room, in this house, benefited from FinSac, I strongly believe it's only fair, just like Prime Minister Patterson set the record straight the other day, and it sent shockwave through Jamaica. I think it's only fair that those who know the ample information and evidence about FinSac to come out and set the record straight, because there's an election at our door and we want to win and a majority vote. We don't need no marginal vote. We need a massive landslide vote so we can have 2/3 in the lower house and the upper house. So when laws that are entrenched in the Constitution, it's going to require 2/3 votes. So we have to secure 2/3 votes in both houses. So I strongly believe that setting the record straight and giving even though we know the truth, we know the facts, no doubt about that, but there's an electorate out there that doesn't know the truth. And my point is, logically thinking, critically thinking, I think that's the best way to go. When I said that Prime Minister have power over it, no, that's not what we're saying. We want people to know the exact truth. And it's just like we had the whistleblower on, and the whistleblower confirmed the things we know and what we have been saying. It's kind of the same thing.
So the same thing, me just tell us the man come out already, Ricky. Me just scream like just last month, a month before. Him go on different shows. It's there. So when Marado come out again and come say the same thing, him do it. Him do like a party come out. I interview him. And that me just tell you. And we have the docket. So you say, confirm with what? We are all Andrew Holness. Him talk about money. Andrew Holness don't have no morals. If it's somebody benefit of our SSL, brother.
No, FinSac.
No, me I ask no because it's no me I say Andrew what him benefit too. Andrew have no morals about no money.
Right.
Either. Andrew Holness have no morals to tell nobody. That's why me say me not going down with him. Me have Byron, you hear when Omar Davis come out here, in the depana.
Yeah man.
Same thing him do.
Yeah.
You can't say for him
come out.
already. He just tweet. So if you never see it, I'm telling you it's there, you can go look at it. And then we are talking about it and we have the evidence. Because FinSac paper we have it. So if you have it, me now follow Andrew. Let me tell you this. Me used to beat Agintai, And Agintai used to say, if me can come off him name, he may go quiet. Another team do him go quiet. Me, I want Christopher Tough Tongue, and me come and say, when come and say Byron? Him say, Mr. Lone, so me beat me every day. Of course, me beat him every day. Me know what I do. So make sure come him and straighten him. Could have straightened anything over here, Byron? Then watch me. But when we talk straight to them, and we talk firm and solid. I did have Omar Davis and interview him. Shaka fear me interview Omar Davis. Other people interview Omar Davis. Him come out. And him talking at the paper, it's there. And him did the inquiry, it made us show you, so them have the truth. So anything come out of Andrew Holness' mouth is lie. Look at, if Andrew campaign, the country said good. Look at, and just last week, Omar hasn't come out. See me?
Is that right now, as it stands in the Jamaican economy, the economy is struggling. It's probably the worst I've seen in the 30-odd years I've been in business. The buying power is the weakest, and government needs to find ways to, catalyze the economy to be able to grow. We tried our best a few years ago, and Jamaica started to see growth. But right now, they've done so many things to stagnate the industry. Interest rates need to come down quickly. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out of their tunnel vision and start thinking out of the box to manage the economy, because right now it's in a very stagnant stage and actually in a dying stage. And it is actually quite frightening what is happening out there. When you speak to business people, people are saying they're seeing anyway in as 50% down in terms of sales, their retail trade, and every expense is going up. Their rental rates that they're paying to rent these shops and stores is going up. Their light bill consistently is up. You know, it's a tough world out there, yes, but we can do things to make it a little easier for our people in this country. So the minister and the government has a lot to do, and the Bank of Jamaica and our commercial banks, to try and stimulate this economy, because if they don't start doing something now, the economy is going to start fumbling and they're going to be in big trouble.
I want you to expand on that a little bit more for me, Mr. Azan, because it's good to hear your views on that, because the data is suggesting, and we hear the government talk a lot about economic growth and inclusiveness. It talks about business confidence is at an all-time high. We know of unemployment rate, the best that it has been. Is it that the manufacturers are not seeing all of that? What exactly is happening? Why is there a dissonance between the two?
There are one or two businesses that may be seeing some growth, but I tell you, the general economy is struggling out there. The real estate side of things, the building, the construction side of things is slowing. Interest rates has played a major part in doing that. And the business side, the manufacturing side is struggling. And we need to find ways to stimulate back this economy, because what we've done over the years and tried to build it back, coming from where we're coming from, I think what we've done in terms of managing this inflationary issue, I think we've gone about it possibly in a little different way that we could do something, but it is creating a havoc in the economy right now. Buying power is the weakest that I have seen in all my years of doing business. I'm not just speaking from my own business, but generally because I sit on other boards, it is very weak, and it is actually a little frightening for me when I am looking out there and seeing what's happening in the economy out there.
All right, so people, let me tell you something. This, look, a boss furniture this is the PSOJ attack just a couple days ago. Tomorrow make a week. We in talk a reality. And you know when you talk these things and play these things, we play it every day. This not talk 6 years ago. This just talk. He might go through this. 50% a year of the economy steer from them. You hear it? Yeah. You understand? See? You hear this? You see? Yes. See? So you hear this? So this is what we are talking about. Them are way for people. Andrew, no people hear this, you know. Andrew do not want people to hear this. You say, let me tell you something where we must show up. If we follow Andrew, you make Andrew lead you straight to water. Andrew can't lead me. None of them can lead me. Yes? We're not talking about real weed. We're not talking about Andrew and him deficit and the amount of money we have. And that them want, you let them go. Andrew can't talk about no money make me here, you know. Him not the moral authority to talk about these things. Andrew must sit up on the ballot. Andrew only himself. You can't play a game with him. Andrew, them spend so much money when we don't know the 3 trillion there. Right? And they draw too much card. And I know what we do. Him can't talk about Mark Golding. If him could, one thing them that try, two things them that try spin the other day. And watch me. Watch me. Them try to spin Mark Golding, say him have dual citizenship. That not work. That I'll be my man same him for resign. That don't work. The other day them go low and gone too low. Them go that low and start saying low and I call other people. That not work neither. So them don't have nothing. So what them do? Distraction it name. If you buy to distraction, I waste all of my time. That's why when I knock him, you know. Me not waste my time and depend. Don't you say me I drive him up here so. In 9 years, you want so much road him fix, so much school him build. You see when last we talk about the hospital there? because Andrew want to keep it off of the board. So him want come with content and then you follow him, say you correct him. Me smarter than that. Me knock him around this, but we are knock him now election time. Election time. Andrew have no more listen. Andrew and him criminal government have no more authority to talk and point out nothing. When him point I said, yo, you statutory declaration, you're not supposed to step on the ballot. And that was very bit in a Jamaica make them run him way. That them for run way. None of them now listen, them have even more right to talk to nobody. Andrew them are patter cats. Can you imagine you have a prime minister? Around 400 million in bank account. I know we're not talking about number 16. 800 million for your building. You hear that dead? And that Andrew wants to keep it out of the media. And talk about what we want to talk about. We're gone. Like you want to talk about Marcus Garvey and them things and keep the spotlight off of him. Not going to work around here. Yes, melting pot. Turn on your mic. And budget me a beat him with the mic on. Yes.
Yeah, me up now. Yeah, man. Me melting pot, you know. Me's not an optimist. Me's a realist. Yeah? I mean, don't know the People's National Party cannot lose this general election. Yeah? So if Andrew Holness want to go in a parliament, yeah, and film budget presentation can only refer to FinSac from in the 90s. I feel business. Because I want Andrew Holness and them little idiot mini and them know say me never have no time to film budget presentation.
You know what?
Because for 9 years, me hear a real budget presentation from Sir Mark Jefferson Golding. A budget presentation that renew hopes and renew energy and renew a brighter future for Jamaica. That budget presentation from Mark Golding. It have substance where people will get for 9 years as it relates to a budget presentation because it covers a wide variety of implementation under his new administration. So Andrew Holness and film thing can move my, commitment towards my process of when I deal with it right, A straight fire me a leg up Andrew Holness. Nah, he's off that. So right now, when he see,
well, I'm not cut up. I'm not him same, but read a breaking news and at the same time. It's very important. So we can see. Breaking news, Breaking news.
Zero it up some more. All right, breaking news, yeah? The Chief Justice of Jamaica, Brian Sykes, sitting in chambers in the Constitutional Court this afternoon, granted 2 orders in the case brought by the PMP against the government in Portmore Parish matter. The law was already passed in both houses and given assert by the Governor General. Yeah. The 2 orders include an interim injunction until the matter is heard and prevention of the minister.
The effective date
minister from we can't see it so good enough.
The Attorney General at midday to
read it.
Affidavit. PMP has been given until next Thursday for any additional filing. The party will return to court next Friday, February at 2 p.m. when the matter will again be before Justice Sykes. So them does, so that are with the court. Yes.
Yeah.
With him now.
Yeah. So that thing are with FinSac. Yeah, we already bring that to the people them already and show them in more ways than one, several times. So the people them fully understand how the FinSac saga play out and who was the people them involved and which government was at fault. Everybody knows that happened the Edward Seaga administration. Yeah? And FinSac was only commissioned after them go out with them criminal act. Yeah? So we know that. But me could look for Andrew Holness now as a guy where now I have nothing to tell the people them, you know.
No.
The people them don't want to hear nothing more because from Mark Holness speak when they the ratings, the approval ratings of Mark Holness budget speech get are the biggest approval rating for the past 9 years. And that can't be disputed. That is undisputed. You understand? So him not have nothing. But let me talk about 8 of Andrew Holness achievement. When me see for myself, yeah? My Google search bring up this. You know, him have corruption, him have theft, him have death squad, him have state of emergency, him have Zozo, him have mash up road causing death of a pedal cycler. Him have $3 trillion and him have demolition of houses. And them is on him achievement list. You understand? So no deflection can go on right as you know. Yeah. If a guy want to something there, we not take date. You understand? When we come here, so we have the facts already stack up in an archive and current in front of it, and at them that we deal with. Yeah, because Andrew Holness have to get all of the hammer them. Bend up on him and him minions them, because them are criminal. You understand? Them people are set benchmark when it comes to, you know, corruption in Jamaica. No other government has ever scaled the heights of corruption with this Andrew Holness nasty regime have done. Yeah? And this is why Andrew Holness now become compromised to the fact that he have to send back the Cuban doctor them and accept Trump visa.
About, man. Yeah, man.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we know visa cannot save life. Medical personnel save lives. And these Cuban doctors has been around Jamaica for many decades.
Yes.
Helping out in various aspects as it relates to natural disaster. You understand? So when I look at idiot prime minister like Andrew Holness can sell out the citizens in our country because that's him at the right now. Where them health is concerned. Him sell the people them health.
Yes.
For a visa that is not free, you have to pay for that visa. And sometimes you pay your money and you get turned down and you don't get back your money returned to your risk you take when you make application for visa. It's no guarantee. But the Cuban doctor, them and nurse guarantee.
So
to the people and welfare in the country. So this just show who Andrew Holness is. If it's a piece of nastiness, if it's a piece of shit.
Yes. Yes.
And we not stop beating him around yourself. Because him not come back. Him coming like Donald Trump. Remember Donald Trump I run for that thing named no return, you know. Because he can't return as president again.
Yes.
And that Andrew Holness step on no return.
Deflection, brother.
You understand?
Hey, brother, my Edward,
so,
I'm watch them, you know. Every time him come, remember, let me show you something, brother. Because we are camera, I know, we know. Andrew, him not the house still in the same minimum wage rate from 15 to 16. So that makes sense. It no more.
That's not going away.
This is garbage. Yeah.
That value less than where to come from under Portia Simpson and the PMP.
Thank you. So what am I doing?
The purchasing power at the minimum wages under Portia Simpson administration is greater than the 16,000 where Andrew Holness a brandish about, like him do something for the people. The people are starved.
Of course.
United Nations put out that.
Brother.
And that cannot be challenged.
Brother.
You understand? So a guy can't come tell me nothing and try to spin nothing around yourself. We not deal with spin tricks around yourself. You understand? Because we have to sit in our seat and make sure no, so we drive home the advantage. You understand? I remember, you know, we gain traction, you know, and we have the advantage. So what we must do now is just drive it home. No relinquishing.
You don't start about it, and I show the people, and if I'm to them, I get this. See the breaking news. 18 empty containers are here to pack up the supplies of Cubans at the Andrew Holness administration is sending them home.
Hey.
And other viewers, this is where one draw away. Let me tell you something. Andrew can't beat me, you know. Me studied them. What Andrew tried to do, he might try to draw away from talk about the 1980s, the criminality, the amount of money miss and them thing there. So I'm keeping in the 90s. I said 18 and a half and the 70s. And I tell lies. So you show him every day and then you love him. Because him now when you turn the spotlight on him. Remember, right now, election. So Andrew, now why you tell the people that you remember you statutory declaration not declare now. It's not certified. You have the money, you get the money from SSL, like what Byron said. All these things we might do, it name distraction, brothers. We not no. And Alibaba them, you know. Because every minute we go back out, I like we're running down center, right? You know, so what we do? We have them like I said, tell them about this and do a wee thief it up on them and go down there and try. Wow. But them not talk about we. Them a leave we out. Tell them again. You know, sister, that them a do. Me see.
Bien. All right, bien. Let me just quickly say something here, just quickly inject. Isn't the same United States, right, issue a travel advisory against Jamaica as it relates to their guests?
Yes.
Right, about the medical situation.
Yes.
And the level of security concerning
Byron! No, you're coming to come! No, you're coming to come in, Byron.
So then, if you're going to move up the Cuban doctors, it simply means that the healthcare system is going to get worse.
Yes.
Think of it in Jamaica.
Yes.
Think of it.
Then that talk about, man.
It's the United States who issue the travel advisory, right, as it relates to travel advisory against the healthcare system in Jamaica, right, and the security concern. Now, remember, you know, that happened as it relates to we still getting aid from the Cuban doctors, but just imagine the problems were overwhelming.
Yes.
That people are not getting the proper care. Now to the fact that people are not getting the proper care. And you are also now going to take away from that by sending away the Cuban doctors and nurses who are assisting us.
Yes.
Let us ask Andrew this question. What is going to happen to our healthcare system?
And that me want to know.
Continue like him not busy about the pit. That's why I'm on distraction. Him can't do all these things. Me, I say no. Andrew, you are big mama now. You know this side but we are go this and draw we are take away for time. So we not say no kind of want the people them draw down upon him and say, but you're not supposed to depend on that, Andrew. He don't want to say that neither, you know. He don't want
you know, you ever say not even the man name, much less him face not be upon the ballot. Not even the name, you know. This man that disqualified from 4 years ago.
Of course.
Because in any real democracy society, he could never be a prime minister. The first year in statutory declaration could not be certified. We would have to left the office of prime minister. But because him orchestrate this corruptness in the country, him sit there and destroy the country. Till now him want to destroy the people, them health and them welfare in a Jamaica by sending back the Cuban doctors and nurses because US, you know, say them have to withdraw them visa. Yes. What is a visa? Enough time people left Jamaica and go foreign and roughness them going at to begin with. And a better roses.
And life.
But we guarantee the love and respect what we have why we come here so is to defend our people them in Jamaica. And health is a priority. And it must be recognized. You understand? But this government don't recognize health. That's why nasty tough tongue in a parliament a giggle like a girl.
Yeah.
When Marky G lay down the gauntlet on the nastiness them. You mean they are giggle like a girl, because I'm a girl, you know, I'm a minister for health, you know. Yeah. So we know who them nastiness is. And this is why we have to make sure where we remove them from the landscape of politics in Jamaica. Jamaica cannot take any more at this high level of corruption. Yeah. At this uncaring attitude by our elected government. Yeah. At this government that decides to sell off all the country assets. And in a sense, take kickback. The country don't even benefit from the initial sale. because it don't sell for the right amount of money in the first place. And then
As so the
kickback
video of Gifford Henry
becomes the order
drawing
of the
his
day.
last few breaths on
When we look on all them, when we look on all a Jamaican like this, yeah, a man with champion for the same equipment where him couldn't get access to, but him lose him life, yeah. And Jamaica is heavily taxed by this nasty government. So where is the money spending? What is the money spending on? What happened to the money from airport? What I do with that money there?
Melting pot. The man take 12 years. What are the money when that get 12 years, you know? And
yes.
I think no, we not have no revenue from that, you know. For 12 years, you know. These
for
are
12 years.
International the people them. The man them wicked. Them are drain way. Him still take 11 billion from us.
From NHT. Eh? Where him no create? What him did brandish? When the PMP and a Portia Simpson did use the money, it was for a worthy purpose, because it was at the time when she had to shore up the local economic budget because of what these nastiness did under the same Andrew Holness and Bruce Golding administration.
Yes.
You understand? So Mama P did have to do a little thing. Yeah. And when this piece of garbage Andrew Holness come out and I talk about to put a ring cage around it because it must not be touched, blah, blah, blah. What am I do? Eh? Look how much years what are that 11.4 million in my take. Eh? Billion. Look how much of that in my take. And nearly 60 billion the man take out at NHT. Plus when get to him friend then. The contract where we not see nothing. Plus when take and put in a SSL. The man ravish NHT. And when do, instead of keeping the house them affordable, yeah, for the low income wages them earner, him have house that sell for 30 and 40 million. Eh? How on earth these people who contribute to a scheme could ever get benefit from it? This man is benefiting from housing trust as his own. Him and him friend them one was in trust. Andrew Holness to go to prison like no. And many more who's around him to go to prison like no. Because the people them are Jamaican know. You think they don't know? They know. They're only playing hypocrites because they're a part of the nastiness.
That is it. Eh?
People like Stretch 5. People like the nasty, stinking, dirty commissioner of police, who from day one when they take the office, seems to state killing in front time, I blatant murder and I have not addressed nothing to remedy that problem.
Yes.
So we are looking at a kleptocratic government who is very corrupted to the core, who has no sympathy or empathy for the people in Jamaica. And if Jamaican people be fooled by this nasty regime and give up them vote to them, then I said amen, so let it be. But I know my people are so wise. I know my people are switched on. I know my people are feeling the suffering day in, day out. I know my people are crying for medical health care. I know my people are crying for good roads. I know my people are crying for water. So I say to my people in Jamaica, don't be drawn into this political fanfare with this nasty regime leader Andrew Holness, because he has nothing good about him to offer you people in Jamaica. And I yield back the floor to another member of the panel.
Let me tell you something, Byron, before I knock in and knocking past it. Let me tell you something. You have something them content creator. That's how a big mama them do. Yeah, them get paid. Them a content creator. Honest creator too. So when them do, them not no good storyline or punchline, but them create content. So what them do, them create a content for you run with it, and that's why them a release these things. For show you for the real thing, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm Mark Golding, and film team and Andrew Holness when they're supposed to depend the ballot box. Them are criminals straight up. Him statutory declaration don't certify him should get him should move. Him not have no moral authority for me follow him up because he can't tell me about no money and nothing. The man have look here. Remember under the I see them we have the whole thing with him, you know. Him not supposed to even not chatting up, but them him whole cabinet and them whole party, them are the same thing. Them is nastiness, you have to send them a straight defeat. But them why you remember, you know, the people them are suffer now. Him no why you talk about no sufferation now, you know.
No.
You're a content creator, so them try to do something for you, but correct. You are talk about it. I will not follow them up. Yes? Me know better than that. Big mama content creator to it. Remember me know this, you know.
More of them.
Yeah, brother, them don't know this more than them, man. Them I can't listen. Them just come up today and put out something. Look what them pass. Audrey Marks now. You take her and say she a minister. All that piece of shit. Yeah? Where you take her or Byron or she turn in a minister? For do what?
Well.
For digital this and she not no use to say no. You can take taxpayers' money now and waste it. Can them that use that for the content creating and we not follow it. But that a waste of money too. She an apocalypse. And the other one. What them want to do is, me tell you, so when them come in, brother, them want you to follow up them foolishness and now will Andrew Holness. Stop talk about him. Don't turn it on him 9 years of foolishness and garbage and the amount of money they rob. Them a move it now is election year. Don't take your heads off Andrew Holness, because not supposed to depend on the ballot. He's not supposed to depend on it. This is not like last year, the year before this. This is the election year. Don't take your head off of him. So when them come with content created, me know night. We are not it. Anytime you talk about money, I say then Andrew, you really be a face and bread that you are talking about people benefit. You benefit from SSL, don't it? What? When you see about money there.
Mm-hmm.
Where the man money there?
Where granny money there?
Put Jamaica on the map same way. No and worldwide. And I know you Andrew collect. We see 2019, you get 30,000, 42,000. We don't say you have not, but you put in money, you know. We're going to see a collect, you know. We have the IC report front of you know. Me have it as you know. But me I run through. Me see again you collect 143,000 US. That's a 200,000. That's our $30 million. You saying but I collect back 1 cent. You
1 cent.
Hey, brother, in for go, you know, brother. Me no know.
Long time, me I say that, man.
Him is a piece of shit. What kind of thing this garbage I said? Listen, Andrew Holness must not be on the ballot. Let me back to you, the Byron.
Well, all right, very good. Now, watch this now. Let me talk about some policies that Andrew Holness had done that definitely devastating to Jamaica. Definitely devastating to Jamaica. And I want, you know, for the economist, right, to really argue these points. Number one, let us go back to, and this is what happened when you have a government that is highly corrupted, a government, particularly that the United States have evidence that that government is corrupt and have evidence of that government corruption. Now, the thing is what people need to understand. People need to understand as it relates to what Andrew Holness did as it relates to Donald Trump first time in office. Donald Trump first time in office. Donald Trump went against Venezuela, right? Using certain pretexts, went against Venezuela. And as a result of Andrew Holness' corruption, as a result of Andrew Holness' position being vulnerable, when he called Andrew Holness and said, listen, we are going to do this and we want your support. When they are talking to Andrew Holness, they are showing Andrew Holness certain evidence that they have on him.
Yes.
Bishop can't deny that, you know, because of the substantial amount of evidence that is against it.
Yeah.
Now, we are reasoning with the Jamaican people.
Yes, yes.
Remember that we have a very lucrative contract, you understand, with Venezuela as it relates to the Petrocarib deal, right? Very decent contract. Nice deal. One of the best deal that we have. Best oil deal. Now let me ask the Jamaican people, right, a question. If you sit in that position, all right, let me come on a different angle and paint another scenario. And maybe let me use a hypothesis. If you go to the car mount, right, and you see a nice BMW and you want to buy it, and you go to the NCB bank, and NCB bank said, you know, I will help you with the loan, but I can offer you the loan at 30%. Now, reason we don't know enough, so no understand enough. So you have to pay 30% interest on the loan. But you go to Nova Scotia, and Nova Scotia say to you, okay, all right, I will give you the loan, right? But I will give you the loan at 4%. Any ordinary, well-thinking Jamaicans, which one of the loan offer will you take up? Are you going to take up the 30% interest loan? Or are you going to take the 4% interest loan? Okay, now let us go back to the Petrocarib deal as it relates to Venezuela, as it relates to what the PNP government had, the contract, a lucrative contract. So then, let us ask a question. Why would Andrew Holness government, the Jamaica Labour Party government, and they need to come out and tell us why? Why you have a lucrative contract like that and just give it away, right? And start to purchase oil from the United States that will pay greater interest? Tell me why. That when you look on today's, as it relates to import and export, and particularly look as it relates to the trade-off differences with the oil that we purchase from the United States, as opposed to the one that we did have with Venezuela. So ask yourself the question. Put now Michael Manley in that seat. Michael Manley would have said, go ahead with that. I am not going to crawl on my knees. I need the Venezuela Petrocarib deal. That's the deal I want. Because it is going to better for the country and take us out of debt earlier. Mm-hmm. So this is the deal I want. Well, the only thing that the United States could have done might be work with the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand? Fiscal. You understand? Because I'm going to Venezuela to take the Venezuela cheaper oil deal. Now, come back to reality, people. Let us ask a question. Why would Andrew Holness done something like that? Why? Why would any prime minister in the Caribbean would have done something like that? Now let us go back to the situation with Noriega. We want to understand something, you know. Teach me and teach you, you know.
Yes, man.
Noriega, right? As it relates to the Panama Canal, and remember that United States has to use that port. But Noriega involving drugs.
Yeah, man. Come up. Double deal.
The United States
Double deal.
have evidence on Noriega that Noriega involved in drugs operation and railway, blah, blah, blah. I want to go back and check the history now.
True.
United States did not use it against Noriega at the time.
Card. Them have it as a card.
United States have it
Card.
as a safety bargaining chip.
Yeah, man, that's chip.
I'm teaching you the things now.
Yes, man.
So United States have the criminality and the corruption with Noriega as a bargaining chip. Now, United States knows that the Panamanian contract that they have is going to up shortly, and they still want the benefit to use that. So Noriega came out and Noriega said, no, he's not going to sign back the contract as it relates to the United States. Unless the renegotiation have to done, you understand, and more money have to pay. What United States did, United States ain't no argument with him. United States said, oh, we are this boy. You can this big first world country, we have evidence for you. How will you take big man for? All right, you see like how you do that? Here what me I do, I'm going to deal with a case and show you who are the big man you saw.
Yes.
So what United States do? Send in the Marines. You understand, for Noriega, take him out. Take him out and carry him to America, but lock him down today. Today, as we speak, Noriega is in prison in the United States.
No, but hold on, my brother. If they're prison in Europe,
yes.
United States done with him, I hand him over.
I hand him over in Europe.
They want him
all right, watch this now. What United States has done, play the card very well by engineering someone there who do what? Sign off a decent contract deal again and them get the Panama okay and everything nice. Yes. So we are saying that nobody believes the United States are friendly. They have interests.
True.
So then Andrew Holness caught up in what you call a geopolitical affairs. Serious geopolitical affairs. So then United States are watching me now. And United States are watching me and I say, we notice you make my backyard and get miserable with China United. And you know, sir, me and China are not really best of friends. But me I watch you, you know. I want to remind you something. What do you think caused the war between Russia and Ukraine? The very same thing what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Where Ukraine tries to invite other people in a Vladimir backyard. You understand me? I say So what's this now? Russia has to act. Now, come back yourself. So Andrew Holness, look at nasty corruption them. Right? Touch the Swiss system in the United States. You know. Let me remind you clearly. What I am saying is 110% facts. Why do you think the United States did take away Darrell Vaz's visa? Remember, United States tell him what I'm doing.
Yes.
United States tell him, say you go to Mexico. You collect X amount of money from Mexico. X amount gone through the bank. And United States track certain of the dividend come back down in Jamaica, you know. That's, guess what? Why you don't know people? People from the bank were charged and sent to prison, you know.
Yeah.
They don't want to tell you that in Jamaica. United States have the evidence for Andrew Holness. So then, what's this now? United States are telling them, say, listen now. Now put on some pressure, you know. Right? And hear me now. Me want you run out them Cuban doctor there. Come here, squeeze the pressure upon them. Andrew Holness. Can't think about it, you know. You see the look at delay, my delay. I tell you what they're going behind the curtain is, you know. When the United States call them and say, hey, look here, we notice you're delay, you know. Make sure you do what you do quick. So then, guess what? He must come out and he have to join with United States because he don't want the shame and embarrassment come upon him. Now, watch this now. Let me remind him of something again, Jamaica. Now, remind him of something. You remember the situation with Dudos? Now, when the People's National Party, what United States done? To show you how smart United States was. And still is. United States made sure that the People's National Party
paid for by the People's National Party.
You don't say do those. I make you finish that. I show them. I them know why you talk about.
Yeah, hold on.
Sophisticated. Continue.
People's National Party.
Who paid $50,000 US to help free Judas?
The exact figure for the payment to the law firm was $49,912.62.
Just tell us, Mr. Prime Minister, who paid the $50,000 US?
I can't recall. It was party funds.
That alone kill them. Continue, Byron. Then people must talk to nobody, brother. You don't say do those. You see this?
So watch this now.
Yes.
Remember, say Dudos are doing crime as it relates to Dudos crime step up during the period when Bruce Golding and went in. Dudos, portion of Dudos drugs money fund Bruce Golding campaign. And I ask that. Fund the Jamaica Labour Party campaign. So watch this now. It is not like United States don't know about it. United States know about it. Right? But before we go there, so, right? Make we go prior to that, as it relates to the deal with People's National Party and the United States as it relates to the extrajudiciary
killings.
The extradition treaty.
Oh, extradition. Okay.
The extradition treaty. The extradition treaty, right, signed between the People's National Party and the United States in terms of any criminal as it relates to drugs operation and where blah 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 done anything on American soil and come back to Jamaica, right, based on the extradition treaty that signed between the People's National Party and the United States. It simply means that United States can extradite you, There's an extradition process. Now watch this now. So that sign, that okay. Right? Now, at the time, United States no pressure the PNP government. Why the United States did not pressure the PNP government? The United States did not pressure the PNP government as it relates to dealing with Dudos at the time because really and truly most of the PNP government was clean. Clean.
That's it.
Absolutely clean. Okay. So the United States watch certain things that slide, taking note, building up the evidence, and so forth. Now, guess what happened? The United States also watch that, yes, Dudos fund, right? Bruce Golding campaign, right? And in extension, the Jamaica Labour Party campaign, right? United States watch all of that and have evidence of all a wire tap information on that.
Yes, man.
So while Bruce Golding, win and Bruce Golding government came in as a result of the funding of drugs money funding campaign and all of that, you understand, as it relates to the show of posse in America, they rate them havoc, you understand, an investigation but in the United States with the show of posse and all of that. What United States done? United States, as it relates to now, Jamaica Labour Party in a power. Now, United States has a bargaining chip on the evidence and do those. So now that you in a power, may apply pressure. You understand? And you what now? We want do this. Send him up. Make him come answer some things up, Pastor. Send him up. Bruce Gordon try to do what? Try to stop it, you know. Him try to stop it. Try to use diplomacy and stop it. You understand? But guess what? United States make sure say they want them in there. So when Ballot ruling, they run out and said, you cannot say that I am biased because I was a part of the process of the extrajudiciary process for those to go to United States. Foolish. She can't use that.
Yes.
Because guess what? United States, big, mighty, and powerful, and have them under pressure. You understand? They have to send it. You understand now, David? So now, guess what? It's to show that Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party is not really a party for governance. It's a criminal network. GLP, mystic sensation, I tell you this. GLP is one of the biggest, is number one. No, GLP is the biggest gang out of Jamaica. I'm going to ask that. GLP
100%, my brother.
A criminal, is that criminal?
100%, my brother. 100% factual, what you just said.
Canada know, you understand? I had a Caribbean island know. GLP is a criminal gang. So all of them recent extrajudiciary killing there where you see them are grown and a kill some of them youth. Let me say it plain. Pretty well. These youngsters that they are killing, they may have evidence on them or whatever. I don't know. Right? But they know the reason what they why they are doing what they are doing. Right? But I am telling you that as a result of the Jamaica Labour Party, right? They are not a party that dealing with good governance.
No, criminal.
They are camouflaging themselves even under capitalism too.
Yes.
But capitalism, you know, a bit low them, you know, because guess what? They make the PSOJ get away with what they want, and it support capitalism. Yes. And so then they are here now in terms of support, you understand, to the United States, not because, you understand, they have any credibility, not because they can be like a Michael Manley. If it was Michael Manley here today, or if it was Bruce Golding, or if it was Mark Golding in power, Mark Golding wouldn't do that in terms of, you know, our healthcare system. Look at it, people, because now build up the thing until we come up to the healthcare system. Now, Jamaican people, the United States himself, and I'm going to say something. You think that the United States care for us? No. Let us argue this point. Let us argue this point. If the United States can send a travel advisory to its people, warning its people, you understand, partially not to travel to Jamaica because the healthcare system is a dog shit. Right? Crime down there, you understand? So then, remember now, United States know that we're depending on tourism. United States knows that is going to affect tourism, don't?
Yes.
Now, watch this now. Let us think about this. Let us reason about this. Just imagine that we have a shitty healthcare system. We have a tough time where the healthcare system alone, you understand, $720 billion unaccounted for. And they know that the United States know that they are robbing, they are thieving and telling lie and PR. The United States know the whole of that. You understand? Because on the ground and the reality, you understand, a lot of hospitals, short of bed, and the basic amenities. So they know that they come out with the PR while they are stealing the money. You understand? And while the Auditor General missing all of these monies, you understand, with 3 of the main ministries, including the Office of the Prime Minister. Because, of course, the Office of the Prime Minister is really, you understand, the mastermind of everything in terms of nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery. Why do you think they are utilizing that? Because, guess what? They are saying that, this is what Andrew Holness is saying. There is no law as it relates to nepotism to to find any of us guilty to send us to prison. There is no law in the Constitution. There is no law in the Constitution as it relates to cronyism, so we can do it. What about that? So when it comes to nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery, there is no law in the Constitution. You understand that is going to find us guilty, but we don't care because we are in this to get rich. You understand? And rich and you're back. Andrew Holness not care about Jamaican people. None at all. No. So when you look at that, why now Andrew Holness, if Andrew Holness was a good person, a righteous person, Andrew Holness would have weighed the fact to know that, okay, for the common decency of a human being, which Andrew Holness is just really not a human being, you know. Andrew Holness is a living reptile, cold-blooded creature. Ooh. He's not mammals like us, warm-blooded and okay. Andrew Holness is a lizard, crocodile. Andrew Holness is an alligator. Living reptile, cold-blooded. You understand? So we don't want to mammalize it.
Yes.
He's not mammal, he's not warm-blooded and have a heart that cares. He's a reptile. So let us get it right. So then, the reptile know that he's only for himself.
True.
Now just imagine our healthcare system in this condition. That the United States is going to send travel advisory. Now, let us ask a question, my Jamaican people, my well-thinking people, my critical thinkers. So when you move out the Cuban doctors, and if we Google the Cuban doctors' specialties or their special skill set,
yes,
it's well needed in Jamaica right now.
Yes.
Vital needed.
Yes. So when you remove or extract or separate yourself from those vital skills that now needed in your healthcare, let us ask Andrew Holness if our education is worse and they are going to go, that means it is going to get worse. So we have bad, worst, and worst.
Yes.
So then when you looked at that, that is now going to get extremely serious for Jamaican people. But Andrew Holness has to do it. Remember, last week, I said to him, I told his administration that you cannot go against Trump. So when Byron said that last week, Byron is not a prophet. I will tell you right then and there that I am not a prophet. I told you that because of the evidence that we have. And we know the geopolitics. And we know that Andrew Holness cannot go against Donald Trump. Now, brought forward today, what happened? What you see? Andrew Holness supporting Donald Trump. I yield back and make an extension.
Right. So Pastor Ricky are coming, but before him coming, I better tell you what we want to do. We need faith. We have some people on the ground go around. You have some gas station with them name yard man. We want to know who own them and how them people they get so rich. And some other things from member of parliament, you know, on the government side.
Yes.
How them get so rich and old so much. These are the things that we find out to the people, you know.
Exactly.
We video them too, you know. The amount of trucks, the amount of these things, the amount of apartment these people own and then still a chat. While we talk about the 70s and things, I will not. Because what them do, them a content creator, no election. Me not stupid. Me see what them do, you know. When them forget your answer. So, but we don't talk about this guy. When them run governor and film out now, he have no moral authority to talk about no money and criminality, you know, better. You have to make Andrew Holness know that 100% down here, you know. You understand? Who own all of these things? Who own them? Talk what him do in the 9 years, how much schooling bill, how much hospital open. Yeah? What him do in the 9 years better for do what the money we spend. Him know why you talk about it, you know. So me know
SSL and Gavin. SSL and Gavin. SSL, Gavin, Mark Crosscarry and you Crosscarry.
Yes. So it may be no content on it. We won't go to just talk about certain thing. Now, Andrew Holness, we have to step it up more. Because Mr. Big Mama is a content creator. Draws Davis, them and them thing. We see it. We know this. So when you do, them just fling something. It's like a beer thing. It name, where it name Byron? Where fling when you beat, because what am I doing is fling the beat. Distraction.
Distraction, yeah.
We know that with him again. Yes, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah, the prime minister is the most incompetent prime minister ever in Jamaica.
Thank you.
When you sell out 30 years, lease the wharf for 30 years, which the revenues belong to the owner that you release it to. When you sell 12 years of forward revenues on the airport, and also the Sangsa airport is the sold to the Mexicans. So when you look at those three port of entries, that is critical to building up the economy, that the wealth that is passing through those three port of entries, the Jamaica government does not own it. So now when you see the level of the state of the economy, that the economy has crashed, and if we don't get a new government soon, call the election soon and change of government to rescue the economy, because what's happening, the economy is now spinning out of control. That when you hear the private sector, Azan, come out and say them losing 50% of them profit, and as the worst state he has ever seen, the state as it relates to revenues in the over 30 years is the worst he has seen it. That's a cry for help. Now, this prime minister had an opportunity to present solution to grow and to stimulate the economy, but he failed. He wouldn't even acknowledge the recession. The closest he came to say it was, we're going to recover. No, people needs to hear robust plans, measures put in place, because Jamaica does not produce. There's no manufacturing other than, agriculture, mining. And those, the mining, the exports, and the agriculture is not enough to bring the economy back on its feet. So you're going to have to find a way not only to cut interest rate, but to stimulate the economy for growth by putting more outputs in terms of export, because we have a trade deficit right now where this government is lack of knowledge and have no idea. There's no way you can be importing more goods than the money that you're making to export, to bring in. The export should be bringing in revenues into the country to help pay for programs. And so you come out and make a laundry wish list of promises, the things you're going to do, but you fail to acknowledge what you have accomplished. So it's said that we're dealing with a backwards thinking government, a backward thinking prime minister that has no solution, no idea, no strategies in place to fix what's broken. And so right now, cost of living is so high. In 2023, they paid $879 million to save one Jamaica dollar, US $879 million to save one US dollar. And then last year, 2024, the government spent 1.1 billion US dollars to save one Jamaica dollar. At the start of 2024, the ratio in terms of how much one Jamaica dollar was equivalent to one US dollar was $157. Today, it's close to $158. So it tells us that the dollar has not been stabilized. As much, they pump almost $2 trillion into the economy to save one Jamaica dollar, and yet every time the dollar depreciates, it raises the cost of living. And when cost of living is increased, and you have low wages, low income, low skilled workers, they're going to be underwater. And so when you look at, when they say the unemployment is 3.5%, that is a lie, because If the unemployment was 3.5%, then that would mean that there would be a lot of production going on, which means there would be a lot of jobs being created. And right now, half of Jamaica is not working. Half of Jamaica is not working. So really and truly, we're heading for a crisis, and we need a new government with a new vision, new direction, new solutions, new strategies to put in place to save the economy that we have right now. Because with the geopolitics that Sir Byron just laid out, you can't depend on remittances anymore. You can't depend on tourism anymore. And tourism was only 7% of GDP. 7% of GDP. So when tourism is down, remittances are down. That means where are you going to generate revenues from to stimulate the economy? So right now, Jamaica is on the verge of probably slipping deeper into a recession. And if Jamaica can't come out of a recession, that means we're almost at the end of March. Before you know it, June is here, half of the year. And I don't see any way how we're going to come out of this recession by June. So that tells us that we have to change direction. We have to change government to save Jamaica. People in Jamaica, you have to start saving. You have to cut back on spending excess money. Don't focus on buying luxury item right now, because the future is uncertain under this government. This government wasted 9+ years. Say that they were paying down the interest on the debt. While they're paying the interest on the debt, they neglect the Jamaican people. They didn't pay down the debt. They paid the interest on the debt. So while they were focusing on paying the interest of the debt, they had no programs. That's why he has no accomplishments, no initiatives, no institutions. He did not build anything to stimulate growth in the Jamaica economy. So right now, Jamaica is at a crossroad. If you look at it from an economic perspective, Jamaica is at a crossroad. And if we don't get a new government in to stimulate growth, Siaga shut down the factories them in the 1980s, lay off all of the public workers, and as a result, and some of those factories that we grew up around and see, they're no longer in Jamaica in operation. So what we have to do is get a new government in to reopen the factory, create manufacturing, and so forth, to help stimulate the growth. Because right now, the PSOJ is echoing that we're heading for an iceberg, and they need a captain to either turn the ship or get a new captain who can save the ship from hitting that iceberg. So what Omar Azan said, it is true fact. Right now, things are bleak. Dark clouds are over Jamaica. It doesn't matter how good they make things sound and present it as Christmas package, Christmas in March. Listen, the truth of the matter is Jamaica is in crisis right now. And so the people of Jamaica is going to have to make a serious decision come election day. Over to you.
All right. So before you move on, look more on the people. Them never look on this before. Andrew, keep on telling us. You just say something about the job and the employment rate and thing. People want to look on it to themselves. Just Byron, let me read out this. People only can look on it to themselves. So they might tell us the job and what them say 3.1 unemployment. 3.5. People, just watch this. These are the real figure. What them say them put out. Only just watch this. Watch this. So we get it for ourselves here. Watch this. Labor force survey, press release, main indicator table, yeah, infographic of October. You see that 2024, and it's true. You see this January 23. Yeah, all right. Come make a run through this now. Just look. Make a take time run through this. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Staten is pleased to present the key indicators from the October 2024 Labor Force Survey. The fourth release since the revision of the survey, the introduction of the new labor force is an introduction of a new. You hear what I'm saying, people? You hear what I'm saying, Byron?
Yeah.
The neighbor force, when they're using the PMP, is a new one. This that means if you work for half an hour, you work for the year. So you know it's about labor force, this, right? It's a new labor force. In January 2024, it's a new labor force them come with. That's why them get this mark. Represent a significant break in the series and is not comparable with the previous survey data. It's not comparable with the previous one them because this one different, brother.
Yes.
It's not comparable with the one them from down there. So this one is a joke one. See it front of you now. You can't compare it to the one down there. Why? Because Byron and like Paston and melting pot, like what we are all the time. When you work, if you work a day, no, you work for the whole time. So this is a lie survey, right? Look on the people now, labor force people. Look on this, Byron. You see it good?
Yeah.
Total labor force October that them say 1,468,300 individual, and then broke it down in a male and female, right? Watch on this. When you look on it, total number of employed person was 1,417,000. Them say the male and comparison, and them show you. Look on this now. Of the employed labor force, of those employed, 22,900 individual were underemployed. Yes. You know what that means?
Underemployed.
Is working part-time while wanting additional hours. This is bogus. You take off this off for the 1.3 something, you know. Take off 22,000 at 1.3 touchback, right? Look on this again. The largest occupation group of service and sales. People working at China shop, people. This is no job. This is garbage. 343,400 of them there. See that service and sale, brother? You see it?
Yeah.
Eh? Them service and the largest, you know. And them where you see there's a service, get service and sale. You see it? Look on this. All right, look here. Total unemployed population. This group are the largest number of employed females. It'll show you a group and tell you them group it out. Yeah? And them tell you now, nearly twice as many as 100 and that and that. And look on this now. The second largest occupation group was skill. So them I wonder one when I tell about, I wonder why I do the little hustling by one. Them add them up. That's why I'm have such a big thing, right? Then I tell about the skill agriculture, forestry, and fishery workers with 200 and 1,400. Followed by elementary occupation with 100 employed person. Elementary occupation. You see this, Byron?
Yeah, man, I see it.
All right, look, you saw them come and get the numbers now. Andrew thing is that, and you can't compare it back with 2015 and it's a new one, this, you know. To make it good.
Exactly.
Focus, brother. See there? The occupation group, craft and related trade workers are the largest employment of male, 100. So craft, I remember most craft now, what kind of craft I run now? Because craft market now run and trade workers. You see it? Trade, I like where you sell. Them people that are selling all kind of things, like trade workers. See the trade? Craft and trade related workers. Yes? Them have up there, so too, you know. All right, look on this.
That's going to be down because of tourism. But
so me I tell you, said this a fake thing. Look on this now. Look, the largest employer among industry group, wholesale and wholesale repair, wholesale retail trade, repair of motor vehicle and motorcycle. So see it now. All right, see them. This them here a group and I really hey. You see some of them when me just show you up that's a two. As them boys selling and do all kind of thing. Them not working on my van.
Exactly.
Well, this is bogus. So me look at it.
Bogus.
This is bogus, you know. And it can't compare with the one them do this in 2024 to make Angel look good. And them tell you say you can't use it with the
oh boy, me I tell you.
This so that means nothing people not work better. Them not working. I want to show you something again. So them break it up and them won't have this because enough people won't already stand things. So them won't have it. Them just come up with them thing. Me I tell you say this bogus. See there? Second largest group, agriculture, fishing, right. And them show you, right? Look on this now. A total number of unemployed individuals in October that was 57,300, with female making them say unemployed. Yeah? And look on this now. Among the unemployed, 21,000 per youth, and them tell you one and female, right? But look on this now. The unemployment rate, and them give a rate 3.5 because at them does to this you make and look good. This is bogus, brother. Look on this outside the workforce now. That means that people can work and them not have no job, right? October 20. Look on this. How much outside the workforce, Byron?
Exactly.
687,500.
Individual outside the workforce.
687,500 outside the workforce.
Outside the labor force.
This, brother, I mean, everybody want to even read this, you know.
That's almost
Somebody don't have no job, brother. That is more than 500,000, nearly 750,000. And then I will say them say work, not work. Brother, do what are the figure wrong. People not gonna look it up on themselves. This one just about the highest unemployment rate is bullshit. Them tell us that the new one, this it revives. Brother, this is garbage. These are the things that people for go and look on Byron.
Exactly.
So this is about us, brother. That a
Yeah.
you know. This is about us, you know, brother.
But remember, you know.
About. You see it? Eli?
Yeah, man, what we have to just concentrate on is the fact that we know that this guy and I have nothing. So even all this, you know, statistic for the unemployment situation, scale it down to 3.5%. We know that fabricated. Yeah, because this government only pride itself on PR, and fabrication is one such linkage to PR. You tell lie. You understand? So we know, say everything else when we look at the numbers and it relate to what them are say. It could never be.
Exactly.
Because you cannot take up a man that cut a 1 day piece of acre land, grass him chop, and you call him yourself employed. That don't work. Yeah? But we know that the government had never worked from them coming to office from 2016. Them that do not work. And this is why it reflects right back to where Byron saying, I won't just finish up a little bit from Byron, where Byron's about the geopolitics. Yeah, I won't spend long. But when you look on geopolitics and what it means, you know, it simplifies that our Prime Minister cannot save Jamaica from the hands of Donald Trump policy of corruption.
No.
Because our Prime Minister is compromised.
Exactly.
When it comes to dealing with issues, he cannot. He has to yield to Donald Trump and whatever Trump wants. So right now, Jamaica under Andrew Holness and them regime is at the mercy of Donald Trump and United States. Yeah, because the whole entire world, yeah, know that Andrew Holness and many of his counterparts are criminal activists. And we are here on several occasions drumming out the same sound. But some idiots in Jamaica still have to believe that him is a good Prime Minister and him not corrupt and him not do all the variants what we point out. But here is America under Donald Trump presidential reign, holding him accountable. And the secrecy where him know them know about him.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm sending back the doctors and the nurse them. So Jamaica is not in safe hands as we speak at the moment. This Prime Minister is a weak link that will go at any moment. And Jamaica will be lost to America. But the good thing about it, we do have long for the change of government. And I know Marky G can reverse any policy because Marky G clean as a whistle.
Yeah, man.
So Marky G can administrate as a good Prime Minister should. But Andrew Holness cannot, because Andrew Holness is at the mercy of Donald Trump administration.
Yeah, man.
Here you go.
So Jamaicans should now realize when we the Titans has been drumming out the sounds of corruption as it relates to Andrew Holness and his administration, Now America is proving us right. So all the minions them we attack and come with them little flabbergast, ideas and comments as it relates to Andrew Wallace like him as somebody good. Into the word Donald Trump has shown in a secret if you have knowledge we know say America know him corrupt. And that's why I'm have to kneel down to Donald Trump policy. Him can't stand firm like a Michael Manley would have pushed that back. So you see what we are showing the Jamaican who don't have to make the change. As Jamaica gone to America. No two ways about that. The only saving grace is that September is around the corner and deliverance will be in the hands of Jamaicans once more. So we are just asking the people to just, re-energize themselves, man. Even to the fact now that me ask all the labor right them if you don't love Jamaica, save Jamaica from America because Andrew Holness give Jamaica through corruption and theft. You understand? It is a PR masterpiece. And PR, is all about lies. And when you're a liar, you're a thief. My grandmother tell me that from the idea I need. When you're a liar, you're labeled as a thief. Andrew Holness a big time criminal. Andrew Holness lead the ranks of prime minister when it comes to criminality from the world exists and prime minister come into the space of governance. No other prime minister through the length and breadth of this world has ever been on top of corruption like this prime minister Andrew Holness. Him higher than Mount Everest when it comes to corruption. And even America is using him now as a bargaining chip to get what they want, to damage our citizens in Jamaica. Because the policy with Trump having it, not benefiting the local people, for sure. Because him, Donald Trump, are from the previous administration, them put a level 4 travel advisory on Jamaica as it relates to health. So the health care is in shambles. But now the same man or the same country who say healthcare in a shambles is telling us to get rid of the Cubans who come to help us. So this just goes to show that Andrew Holness cannot be on the ballot paper. Neither his name or his face must not appear on the ballot paper. Just look at what happened when Mark. Just look. On the budget presentation when Mark G was there, you realize who was absent? The official speaker of the house was absent because she couldn't come there as a wife to hear Mark G. Man, to hold this. Should I embarrass to the core? So she absent. She absent and she give one little piece of something with them called Shirai Clark. Not Era, Shirai Clark.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Because she couldn't come there. But remember, other parliamentary sitting, she did it and go on like she a Mama Bullbuck. Yeah, tell people how to drink up and go on with the most shenanigans, lock off mic. But the most important parliament sitting, as it relates to the opposition delivering them budget, she hide. Because Juliet know that she and Andrew are big time criminal in our country. Wanna be parliamentarian, them that thief from day one, them a parliamentarian. And me melting pot now start hammer them. Because you know what I see them do? Them destroy my country. And them take up from my people them in Jamaica and keep my people them poor and on the impoverished line. In our 21st century, when the same nasty prime minister come and trickle about first world country by 2030. How far are they from 2030? A couple years, 5 years, 5 years, 4 years and a little bit. Yeah, but right now we don't have no economy. Our country striving for first world status by 2030. Currently in 2025 and a couple of months in the year, don't have an economy. is
4 and
in
5.
a recession. Eh?
4 and 5.
Yeah. Eh? You know, so this man chicken from day one.
5 and 4.
Yeah.
Eh?
In 4 years.
5 and 4.
You see all of them things there? But all who him a pint to head. All who him a pint to head this 4 and 5 or 5 and 4 figures. Them the runway, you know. Cause them they are thieves too. Them the runway.
Melting pot. When Holness a chat that long, you know, him did want to make covered, but people bored and them know it's a criminal them, you know.
Yeah.
No, I can't be a lie, I come tell you now. Be a lie.
Hey.
You know,
You want to know?
Take headline. Take away headline. Look here.
All right. Supreme Court block.
Look here again.
All right.
Read it, the Byron.
Hold on. Me not see it, you know.
Hold on, I'm put it up. Hold on. See that? Look. You can't see it now? Court at the court.
Zoom it. Yeah, me not see it so good. Zoom it in. It's blurry.
I mean, make you see it faster. Hold on. Let me make you see it bigger and thing. I move this. This out of the way. All right. Well on there. Right there. One there. All right. See that?
All right. What is this over here? What is this over? Court grants injunction against Portmore becoming parish. Yeah.
So I know him make the headline, you know. He must be vex now. Because he must make the headline for go, man. Nobody know what I say. Look here.
Supreme Court blocks Portmore parish law from taking effect. All right.
And
yeah, man.
So then I take the headline and this is my feed nasty. But
yeah.
Come on, yo. Because
so when we are so when we are look for, you know,
yes,
is how dilapidated the whole of them was in a parliament, you know.
Yes.
That even Cougar, when Marky G I made the speech for entertainment, Cougar take note, I write down the man's speech, you know. Cougar, let me tell you something. You're not in an office to administrate. None of my golden ideas. Here you can't implement none because the whole on come off of the burner now. Hear me I say? A dump we a dump on a garbage, on a thief, on a criminal, on a corrupt, on a like the people in Jamaica, on a wanna be parliamentarian, on a nastiness, on a shit. And the people have to know that, yeah, because no can't represent Jamaica no more. Take Jamaica from a high point of economic growth. Yeah, the economists them predict that Jamaica would have grown 2%. But yet still desecrate it and diminish it by 5.3%. So if me had +2 to -5.3, at 7.3% me get. You see how far we deteriorate the economy? Nastiness, eh? Our bank account swell big, but the economy shrink. So now garbage. Hey, people for run them way. Clean sweep at the poll come September. All feed to the People's National Party. And we need a new opposition party to form. Because GLP will never come back on the platform of the landscape of politics. And I yield back the floor to another member of the panel.
Yeah, Byron, but yeah. Before you even knock in, we have to pressure them people. Andrew Holness, I do a thing named dodging, brother. And we might do more control the narrative and show we have not about him. So come and say 16 come and say so. You know, say even I think Pastor will hear that. Even the thing them in something spooky, you know. Them in something right now spooky. We up what them doing, you know. Me don't know how much money them spend, but them in some other criminality. Let me put it up here, so we are talk about it. Them in some criminality with up at the stadium, in a brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, may I tell you? Criminality. Remember just put it up. I'll be a money them chap a cougar. Him just a cougar. These things must pass us. Cougar.
No.
Cougar. Criminality. I'm gonna put it up now. Stadium. All right.
Beat and teach them tonight, Father Lonesome.
I'm gonna put up this right now. Because Before you're not keen, Byron. Look what them do right now, so you're not going to believe this. And more money them chopping, you know. And that stadium done already right now, you know. Hear what them do. Hear what them do. I'm not going to put it up right now. Kruger criminality.
Titans are rolling up tonight, you know. Government in Jamaica.
Them a try to build them own thing. I went up in a night with them. Watch this. Watch this.
Questions being asked by the opposition spokesman on sports about whether the Ministry of Sports followed the procurement procedures for the resurfacing work on the National Stadium track. One of the company who was in the running to undertake the work has said no bidding process took place.
No
Ken
bidding.
Brainer has this TVJ Sports exclusive.
No bidding, people. Millions of dollars, you know.
Nepotism and cronies in that.
By the shadow spokesman on sports, Wavell Hines, for the Integrity Commission to investigate the procurement process relating to work on the stadium track. TVJ Sports interviewed Peter Brough of track supplier Regipol Germany, who were in the running to resurface the track.
Did you bid to resurface?
Byron, hear this.
No, we only sent an email because we were asked by.
Oh, Jamaica Fair run some millions of dollars.
Hold on there.
Hear this.
You bid to resurface the track.
No, we only sent an email because we were asked by Major Brown, please send us immediately a quote, which we did on an email. Okay, 2-page.
Email quote immediately. No bidding. Continue.
Email quote was sent. The next day we sent, because we came up with that idea, maybe if we only put a fresh color over the track is still good, it's still class 1.
The sports ministry is yet to respond about the procurement process. A copy of the assessment done on the old Regipol track by the Georgia-based sports lab at the request of Grand Slam Track indicated that, quote, the track surface did not meet World Athletics requirements for performance. It added that, quote, in all sports labs' experience with running tracks and World Athletic certification, any corrective repairs or adding any additional layer to the surface would not help the track obtain certification. A full replacement may be the only way to obtain a new certification.
Well, then let me say that I'm concerned why they overcoat the track, even though it's said in the report they have from Sports Lab, don't do it because it only makes it worse. Why?
It make it worse, you know. And money them are chopping up for election, you know. Babs, the one of them, you know.
How do they then do it?
Brough addressed the suggestion that Trackmaster International, who assessed the track on their behalf last month, indicated that the track still does maintain Level 1 certification by World Athletic standards up to July 2026.
I know that in a meeting it was said that Regipol must have done something to World Athletics to give them a Class 1 certificate. What does that mean? We cannot do anything to World Athletics. They will, after we let the track be tested and fill out a 22 pages thick report, they will then decide whether we get a certificate for the track or not. It's not up to us, it's up to World Athletics. And then they say that the report by Trackmasters, a very well-known international company, is fake. I'm falling off my chair here.
Brough expects that the track could be certified under both Regipol and Rekatan's names.
We have had that case, yes. That was even done without us requesting it. Yes, that's what they do. Because, think about it, it's a track that is 14 millimeters when it's new. Now it's overcoated. Now it's, let's say, 20 millimeters or 19. And now I come and put another 5 millimeters on top. Now it's 24. But 19 of it is a different product.
Different product.
So that's what World Athletics says then. Okay, that's a Regipol/Rekatan track.
Up to sports time, there was no confirmation as to when the track will be certified ahead of Tuesday's start of Boys and Girls Championships. Keon Reina reporting for TVJ Sport.
Criminality again, you know. So that can
man.
We could track them, just come and put something and them ear it. Because they must get more. I them a thief, you know, better. These are the things where Andrew Holness want to shift from and keeping at the 70s. You can't trick me. Brother, let me tell you again, a politics time now.
But
yes, Byron.
I'm going to remind the people of Jamaica as it relates to the level of deceitfulness and lie. Now, the Andrew Holness claim that, okay, whenever we build roads, right, we build roads to serve for a lifetime.
Yes.
Right? They put in the culvert, they put in big pipes, and they put in cable and so forth. Now, the criminality between Andrew Holness and Darrell Vaz. Now, what Darrell Vaz, right, and his wife doing in Portland in terms of what we call carpet, right, with those roads? None of those roads that they are doing, right, spending, right, millions of dollars of taxpayers' money, wasting it, right, and through nepotism and cronyism, giving them from contract, you understand, bypassing procurement procedures, right, putting the money in their pocket, right. So when we hear about this, it's nothing new with the Jamaica Labour Party. Nothing
Same
new.
thing.
Right, same old. So now we could pivot now. So when the Auditor General said $3 trillion unaccounted for, how you think these $3 trillion unaccounted for? Unaccounted for through the processes of nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery.
Yeah, them inflate the numbers too.
Right? Exactly. So you find it said, okay, for some of them that procurement, right, done on, as what Pastor Richie said, right, as it relates to some of the issues being over budgeted. You see what I'm saying, Pastor Ricky?
Right.
So when you look on a contract that's supposed to, as it relates to the budget total, in reality, what it should have been, for example, like 3 million under Jamaica Labour Party corrupted government. That particular contract, you understand, will go for $1 billion.
Yes.
What do you think? These contractors, you know, Shami go with this. I'm going to show you Shami go with this. These contractors that get several of these contractors, you understand, to several of these contractors to do these contracts as it relates to nepotism, cronyism, political kickback. This is where I'm going. If you remember what the whistleblower said, several of Jamaica Labour Party accounts were in SSL.
True.
And what the whistleblower said that several of these contractors, right, put large money into the GLP accounts in SSL. Yes. Now we can go back in terms of funding machine,
yes,
right, that SSL utilized for the Jamaica Labour Party 2016 to 2020. All right? And so then SSL now becomes a funding machine, right? So now SSL with itself is what we call the nucleus of GLP corruption. Yes. You understand? And so then now they can't make the system, you understand, hold on and cross carry, right? They can't make the system hold on and cross carry. The reason why cross carry lift up, I'm telling them people, is after the Crawl investigation done. Notice the time when the Crawl investigation done, and notice the time when cross carry lift up. Because the investigate, and people, let me say this. You're going to say, no man, Byron, no way, Master man. You see when the investigation there reveal, you are going to see that the cross carriers were recommended to be charged.
Yep.
You ever see more name Panic, Byron? You ever see more JLP name Panic in the parliament? But
yes, and you're going to see, of course, man, you're perfectly right.
Yes, I see it. That's right.
So guess what now? He have to lift up. He have to lift up. You understand? Because if you notice, you know, people, the essential thing about this SSL case, when Gene and Panton coming under the pressure right? And thinking that, okay, all right, it just seems like, you know, the pressure coming down on me and people taking away themselves. So Gene and Ponton squealed out and said, listen.
Coerce.
Okay, here what happened. You see the caution statement that I signed. I'm going to show you how corrupt the DPP is in Jamaica. How corrupted the system is in. Now, if you have, right, a primary person who you can use as a crown witness, so then you have somebody who charge. And this defendant can now be utilized, right, as a crown witness. Let me ask you a question. Why not use this particular crown witness? Now, we could go in a first world country as it relates to how first world country does their thing. Why do you think you have the bargaining act where you can give people pre-bargain?
Yeah.
How the pre-bargain work, and remember now, you know, we can talk about pre-bargain because Jamaica has that pre-bargain act. Jamaica has it. So then if you're going to penetrate a system, you're going to penetrate a system. And you said you caught, you understand, one of the players. The only way that person is going to be able to fit in the plea bargain is to the fact that what he's going to tell you, the prosecutor, is going to now give you the opportunity to arrest someone higher in the ranks than he or she.
Right.
So then, okay, what you have to give me? If you have to give me some information, which part information where you are going to give me, you understand? It is a lower tier than you. We don't want the information there. We don't deal for that. We don't deal for that. You have to give me the information. May I get a double cut? May I get a double tier? Yes. For you to get this pre-bargain, you understand? You have to give me information, you understand, on a higher tier than you, and go up. So then you will get a plea bargain. So let us see what it works, because the higher the tier that you go, the plea bargain better for you. Right? And so then the prosecution team will sit with you, right, and hear what you have to say. And if what you have to say, right, you're going up to the tier of the criminality, then fine. All right, we can bargain on that. So then if I'm supposed to give you like a 3 years, for argument's sake in terms of the plea, I'm going to say, okay, all right, we will drop it to 12 months. But if you can give me the head cook and buckle washer, well, you know, you can get a better thing. Might be reduce it to 3 months. Right? And so then that is how the plea go on. Why Byron is saying this? Now let us go back to Gene and Ponton. So if Gene and Ponton said, no, what I gave as it relates to the caution statement, that caution statement was not true. What really happened is that I was coerced by you, Cross Kerry. I know me say that in. I know me say that in. No.
As she said, yes.
As a prosecutor, as a criminal investigator, right? Prosecutor and investigator are supposed to work in tandem.
Right.
So when
a wise prosecutor.
Exactly. So when the investigator and the prosecutor receive an information like that, is gold. It's gold. So then if me is the primary investigator who in charge of that case. Me and the prosecutor, we are going to sit down because it's a high-profile case. And we are going to interrogate Gene and Pantan. And we are going to say, okay, all right. I am telling Jamaican people how it works. I'm going to say, okay, we have you here as it relates to the caution statement that you had given. Although me have been loan some no sound on caution statement that a garbage, that a rubbish. Right? But let us utilize that since them have that out there. So I am the investigator. I'm going to sit along with the prosecutor. This is a high-profile case. And we are going to interrogate, right, as it relates to interrogation. Right? Even if the prosecutor is not in presence. So then I'm going to interrogate Gene and Pantan. Right? And I'm going to ask, okay, initially you gave this. And now you are saying something. So this is apparently an inconsistency. Right? So what is the truth? That is where I'm going with it. You know. What is the truth? Okay, you cross-carry, curse me, right, as it relates to what I am to say, and I communicated accordingly. I'm going to say, okay, you have to prove that. Because I have your word against you cross-carry word, right? Because you cross-carry is going to deny it, obviously. Right? So then, I am going to tie with her in terms of, okay, since you're talking about you cross-carry, and you want us to believe you because we have yours released to the caution statement that you have signed off on. Give us clear information and evidence as it relates to you cross-carry involvement. Now, the thing is, Gene and Pantan would have known. Gene and Pantan is the wealth advisor. And so then Gene and Pantan, having that knowledge and equipped, having the awareness of what transpired, now would have known and over critical evidence, right, to the investigators and to the prosecutor. So Jamaica, what I'm saying to you, Jamaica, and what I'm saying to Paula Uglyface Llewellyn, you are corrupted to the core.
100.
And I ask me to ask you that.
100.
And I ask you that.
100.
Investigators in Jamaica know that Paula Llewellyn is corrupted to the core. And I yield back.
Yes, man. 100. But wrap up, you know. When don't move, you know, well, can we still wrap up? Can we see the time them run? So, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah. As it relates to kickback and contracts, the stadium needs to be investigated. I agree by way of get the IC to look into this, but someone have to file a complaint to the complaint division of the Integrity Commission, and then the investigators will go out and subpoena documents. But we know this government, they don't work with the IC. They withhold information. And that's why I believe the other illicit 7 so far cannot be unmasked, because they haven't been coming forth. But nevertheless, I believe that the IC should investigate the track, at the stadium, because normally when you're having a project like this of this magnitude, and the money that's involved in it, you have to have more than one contractor. You're supposed to have a multiple of bidders. And first, you're supposed to advertise it. I don't remember seeing anything in the Gleaner or the Observer or the Star that the government was looking for contractors to come in and resurface the track. So you're supposed to advertise it. Then you're supposed to have at least 3 bidders. You can have more than 3, but at least 3 bidders. And then you should award the contract to the bidder that you think can do the work. But you shouldn't just have one person that you contact through email and something sounds fishy with that, and then award a multi-million-dollar contract to only one company and didn't have a bidding process. So that's a violation of the procurement process right there. And so it tells you that something shady happened, something shady is going on, and it has to get to the bottom.
All right, think that we're still around.
Yeah,
5
man.
minutes. Yeah, man. Talk to me there.
Yeah, man. A kleptocratic government will not put contract on the table. They keep contract under the table because this government has never been transparent and open to contractors when it comes to awarding contract in government. It's always been done in secrecy, and that's where the nepotism, the cronyism, and the high level of corruption becomes evident. Because it's plain and simple. Yeah? We know that in the world of trade, you have to do bargaining deal. So when you get 5, 6 contractors around the table in a bargaining process, that's where you will get the best offer with the best job as the finished product. Because every man has to outline their work and their price. And then you have an elimination process and you go along with the best one. But this Jamaica Labour government, you know, as I say, and I have always brandished it, a regime government. It's been strangled by a dictator. And the dictator will dictate the terms and conditions as to whatever goes on in Jamaica. So even though Nancy Babsy Grange, as she control that ministry, I mean, well, look at Babsy, she can't manage the dictator Andrew Holness. Andrew draw down the whole of them in a septic pit, you know. And turn all of them in a shit. Because that's what Andrew likes, that's his speciality. You understand? To carry out nasty corruption. Because Andrew Holness is not prime minister material from day one. Remember, you know, when you look at Andrew Holness' academic achievement, it only says something about science. Nothing else. You understand? So you can't have a man with a degree in science as your prime minister. You might have to have something as it relates to economics and all these things.
But on the melting pot, I said, hold on, let me just answer what I said a while ago. Just look on it, Jamaica. From bachelors, simple bachelors, to PhD. From Andrew Holness, who are in the university money, to billionaire. You know, same thief.
Oh, God, come on, man. Daylight robbery at mercy, man.
Crazy.
A man that does not bring anything to the table becomes the super multi-billionaire in our country. Him and his wife. Eh? What a crafted plan. What a crafted plan carried out by Nancy and Holness. Jamaican people don't have to wake up, you know. Because remember, this man are not coming at the world as nothing better than anyone of it. We all come the same. You understand? Innocent to the world. And we cannot allow a little, you know, figurehead individual who call himself prime minister and call himself bro God. Him an arsonist. We can't allow him to dictate no more and destroy no more. Yeah? So we don't have to relinquish this type of thing. We don't have name partisan feelings. Yeah? We don't have to relinquish that this time. This year is the year of decision 2025. When everything must be brought to the book and everything must be done with the future in mind. And I yield back the floor to another member of the panel.
Show you now, we know why you're nothing from Andrew Holness. Can you imagine you just same dictates? And Andrew, in an election time, with a few months left, think he can dictate to me. Me no content creator, him a punk. No. And him have enough of our people, them are run all over the place. And them are watching. So Andrew, right now, let me tell you what me I do now. And I can pledge to this to you. You see, I go when I beat you every day. You see, Queenie, we are dry you out too. You see, again time when I talk about from the other day. Because go back to what I want to, because the what I want to running at this when I'm supposed to run. Andrew, you know, so I beat you every day. Because you can't go in my head. And Big Mama can dictate and them create a content for everyone and them leave astray and leave out the 9 years. It not work. Not working. Because them can't face Mark Golding and say nothing about Mark Golding, you know. So
you mad?
Every day I'm come up, you know, Fiscal. Can you imagine a man with 28 bank account? The man have nearly $500 million, but we don't know when get it from her, no better. With a shell company, the man rich everlasting. In people that run him, them are crooks same way. And him a call a talk about criminal. Me not listen to him. I do not listen to him. And him now gonna make me not stop highlight him. I jump him, I try jump out of the fire, brother. It not work. Yeah? Because me notice, you know, I feel them think that, you know, when them to that, them that come and say, Mark and say, like Queenie. He come and say, when Queenie, them a slave master, you know, they said, no, slave master, so we have to say slave master, and so we are called slave master. Every time we do that, it leave we from talk about the real things about the people, them. The people, them don't have no work, them hungry like dog. Them not have no job, police are shoot them up and down them. All kind of things happen to the people, them, and what I do is, it's a distraction, you know. Andrew Holness can't tell nobody about criminality, you know.
You mad?
Anytime you talk about criminality, you turn the panel and say, Andrew Holness, are you talking about criminality, brother? Shut up, man. You should have embarrassed her right now. You have the IC at court. The IC.
Yeah. Look at that.
Illicit enrichment, you want them struck out. Not that thing was struck out by one.
Yeah.
Illicit enrichment. Andrew Holness.
He want to struck out the Corruption Act.
The Corruption Act, the whole thing.
Section 14, subsection 5.
The whole thing you want to let him go. Right now, him have court date. Him not supposed to depend on the ballot. And at that, every Jamaican can point out, so you're not Prime Minister,
Andrew Holness are the only Prime Minister in the world who currently have a court date hanging over his nasty head.
Him for government. This criminal government, I don't know where I want to go, brother.
And him are the only Prime Minister right now where I carried him own agency. Yeah? A court as it relates to corruption. But this man, statutory declaration cannot be certified 4 years now. So I want to know who or what kind of authority you have now if you carry the Integrity Commission to court. Eh? After you cannot be certified for 4 years, criminal, but I know him alone. Because them say bird up a feather flock together. What on there? What on my brother? Let me just drop in this. Them say bird up a feather flock together. And when you look for Andrew and one of main counterpart as it relates to Michael Leachin, none of them can explain them well. Are two bandit criminal in a Jamaica where we have to get rid of. That bank NCB must go. Criminal entity masquerading as a commercial bank in our country.
Melting pot. No,
yes, my brother.
Michael Leachin plan the 5 and 4 plan.
Yes.
Yes.
And in runway. Yes, Pastor Ricky. Runway.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I'm 2024 statutory declaration doing 11 days to the IC. So he's probably going to submit it, but it won't get certified. So it's going to be 4 years in a row.
You have to go fix 2021. You must forget that first. You can't get 2024. Can't remember if them give 2024, that means the rest will go through then, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and can't get nothing. Nothing can certify again, no Pastor Ricky. Right. Him could have submitted come more.
But
nothing cannot certify because in statutory declaration contract already. I see done with him, you know.
Yeah.
I see nothing further go because remember saying refuse from conducting the interview with the Integrity Commission. So them done with him. Them are not for doing nasty and Holness. I quote the man I'm a wait pan.
Money launderer, man. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Girl, you see, basically, what Andrew Holness, to the fact that because him not really no shame, you know, him shameless.
You know,
that's why you see him want to bring back he brought back Dalrymple because obviously That Wimp is a thief.
And Royal Reed. And Royal Reed.
We not take back with talk. The judicial
No.
system said that Wimp is a thief.
It's a thief, of course.
And lion.
Criminal.
Yes.
Yes.
That Wimp is a
Yes.
criminal.
Yes.
I will not have to use the word allege. We don't have to use the word allege.
Yes.
Certified criminal.
Convicted. Convicted.
Please,
certified in the court. She gets certified in the court.
Yes. Certified criminal.
Certified criminal. Yes.
And just imagine, have the audacity now to put up a convicted criminal, you understand, on the ballot.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
What can go so?
All Patmore go insult Chilani.
Hey, DeAndre Smart said, them say, fish, I always say fish together. I always say, Davis. Say fish have the same scale swim together. them are scale and fish, boy, may I tell you. I want the body, yeah. Then swim together. But them, yeah, what him I try to do, you know, is control like a dictator and control the narrative. But me I watch him, you know. You go on a budget and I try to chat for 8. Who will listen to you? And you only said your thing not certified. You can't talk about no criminality. You can't try nobody to talk about the 9 years. The longer for 9 years, we must not point out how much people that in the pandemic, how much in charge. The one at this front of we no better. The man all like a bomb dropping on the road in a better. Let me tell him something. You see, in a Patterson 18.5 years, I'm Highway. The man fixed that road from Negril to Port Antonio. The end of the from one end to the other end. Then the North South link, Porsche come to that. Mandela Highway upgrade. The one down here, so right near Marcus Garvey. Go right. Remember them upgrade the whole place, you know.
Yeah.
It never stay so. Income 10 years. What
all right. Yeah. And watch this now. Watch this now. We have one fundamental key point where we know for Lego, you know. Andrew, yeah, commence a refurbishing program for Cornwall Beryllium Hospital, and it take up the whole of 9 years, and it can't be finished because them use it as a vessel to steal the country money.
That them do. Criminal. These are the things we must leave off of the table.
No, we can't leave them there off of the table. Hey, a ramp up the pressure upon the whole and the nasty administration. You know.
The people them for notice this to make them come back.
Oh, you mean? You can't take 9 years to refurbish a hospital. Nasty and Holness. Thinking the tough tongue. I don't have some big nastiness round like Trapper John won't get contract to Western children and adolescent hospital. Garbage. I want to feel like you can't take Jamaica for yourself criminal. A prison the one I go. That's on my watch. Who don't have to go to prison?
People, remember play that video and remind Andrew or him never did that spend anything with himself that is a lie, you know. Because him come tell them school kids that way him never did that do. I remember if him come back and say something different from this, I don't think I use Mark Andrew. Yeah? Him can't change them out, boy, you know. Hear this. Watch this. Watch
Anyone care to tell me what those could be, what options we have or had? So one thing we could do is to increase the size of our GDP, which is our total output.
It is.
Or we could have our debt forgiven.
Forgiven. It is.
The people who we owe the debt to could say, all right, Jamaica, you guys are so cool, we'll write off the debt.
Then when they just write it off, so.
There are some other options. One option is the country could default and say we don't.
That's what I did before. You hear him?
But that's not an option. Our constitution does not allow that.
You but him do it.
So whatever debt we have, we must pay it. And because that is our constitution,
our constitution don't allow it. But yesterday, it him and Adisha them do ambush them in a film time in a 29, 209, 410. And the same thing they do. Mash the country. And you say the constitution don't allow it, Byron. Yeah,
There are 14 IMF
It
tests
is even more important that we do not get back into a situation where we have such high debt.
Listen this.
There is another option as well, which is we can limit what we consume and use that to pay down the debt.
Listen.
Stop borrowing.
Now, some of you may be too young to remember this, but Jamaica went through that exact scenario.
Went through.
In the last decade.
Here, the time of time.
Where we had to go through what was called fiscal consolidation, austerity measures.
Yeah, where do now?
We had to manage what we spent
to
get ourselves out of debt.
We are in debt.
Today, our debt to GDP ratio is somewhere in the region of about 78%. By the time we get to the next financial year, we would probably be about 74%. So you want to understand the magnitude of what we have gone through.
Yes.
Through the sacrifice of your parents.
Yes.
Who endured new taxation almost every year.
Not me.
No budget to repair roads. No budget to invest in healthcare. No budget to invest in public transportation. No budget to invest in garbage collection. No budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for.
Yeah, this. I'm asking for the auditorium. You don't have no budget.
No budget to pay increased wages to our public servants.
This will pay every day.
And we went through that process in order to bring down our debt.
Here. What I'm saying though?
Sometimes I listen to the public conversation and it is disconnected from the reality of our situation.
You hear this?
I am disconnected.
It is important that the next generation of Jamaicans are grounded in our struggle and understand it.
It is.
And do not argue in public debates as if public finances just appear from out of the air, or there is some reserve money that is out there somewhere that the government can just reach in and take. Everything that we have, which is known as the budget, comes from you, all of you.
All of you.
Taxes.
Whether it is your GCT,
yes,
your income tax, or the other taxes that you pay, or the other fees.
Yes.
The ability of the government to spend depends on the revenues it gets from the economy.
And what?
And if the economy isn't doing well,
money out to the
government cannot spend.
All right, me love when me play this, you know. Because him in there, I mean, I hear say myself, PNP mash up this and this. Yesterday, him have the money for period road. Him have people are dead by the thousand at the hospital. Him say him have the money for spend on it. Him tell you everything, him tell the kids them. Him not hide it from the kids, him tell them, but him gone in there, so now gonna talk bullshit. We have this, me come match it up tomorrow with anything we talk about the PNP do. And it mash him up. That's why I can't believe in him, because the truth supposed to come straight. This was the truth him I tell them, him not spend the money, you know, them rabbit. Because they never repair for true. The hospital, them never, people drop off a bed and are dead. We see it. We see it. We have them. Plus, the garbage them pile up over 6 feet high in some places.
That's why me have to just drop the line here to every Jamaican. Yes. This Andrew Holness-led government have no civic pride about them. They keep the place run down and dilapidated. It's a nasty government. Nasty government. No civic pride about them. Sewage water take over Kingston, capital city. We see that with the eye. Sewage water. Rubbish pile up all over the place run down. They have no civic pride. And a country that has no civic pride has no way of going in society.
And the man tell me the truth, say no budget. First time he tell the truth, you know. Him have the budget, you know, but him say at the debt, no, them did that thief it. So them cannot so much them paper and them thief it. 3 trillion, we don't know what spend. Them thief it.
But remember, I said in November 2016, 6 months after or 9 months after I informed government.
Yes.
Borrow $1.66 billion from the IMF.
Yes,
2016.
yes.
I remember in 2024 last year, them borrow $1.72 trillion in August last year from the IMF. I remember that. So from 2016 to 2024, with all of the money with them borrow, I have it right down right here. So over $1 trillion plus them borrow. So
but
them
Pastor Ricky, please, Pastor Ricky, when you quote them number, them head hurt me all the while you talk, my head hurt me. Please, Pastor Ricky. Pastor Ricky, what you say again? Talk, make the people them hear. How much money?
From 2016 till 2024. I can read it off real quick. You have a minute?
Yeah, man, I have a minute, man.
All right. So 2016 November, them borrow $1.6 billion from the IMF.
That's over 200 billion, you know.
Right. In a May 2020, them borrow $520 million from the Caribbean World Bank from the IMF. And then in a May 2020, them borrow also $67 million from the Caribbean Development Bank. In a March 2021, them borrow $75 million from the Inter-American.
Jesus.
In a March 2021, them borrow $150 million from the World Bank. And all of this are US money them are borrow.
So I convert it back in a Jamaican.
Right.
And them enough money, yeah.
In a March 2021, Kamala gave him $20 million in the White House. Yeah. Kamala Harris for 20 million for COVID and 10 million for at-risk youth. And then
31 in a get.
Right. And then in a March 2023, them borrow $1.72 billion again from the IMF.
That's nearly 300 billion. That around I run up there, you know, in a Jamaican money quoted to near $1 trillion, $1 trillion or something.
Right. And in August last year, 2024, them borrowed $258 million from the IMF. And then this year, them borrow this year, them borrow $192 million from the IMF.
So them quotes,
so when you total up all over $1 trillion, them borrow from 2016. So when they talk to them children there, and I mislead them and I said them now have no money for auditorium what them ask for.
Yes.
Yet and all of the road.
Pastor Vicky, them take the money.
Them thief.
So that's what Holness I do. If you don't see people one thing we know, it's when they touch thing like this, it's like Russia and thing a war. So when him do know him just carry someone to carry your wide, then him can attack you on yourself. What I try to do is protect him from we don't talk about him too much because of him them are vote for not nobody in the past, not Siaga him dead. Not nobody. So when I draw we away, it will not really highlight him and the criminal them around him, you know. Because them have no stand, Queenie have stand, brother.
You mad?
We have stand. The one of them, you know.
Man where you reading a hose can't have no stand.
Say all right. But yeah, one, you know, 400 million them use and spend on so that a Malawi mattress.
Yeah.
They chop here 4.5 million. We not talk about these things, you know. These things are just whenever they give to them friend.
Right.
You know, see what they do.
Then all of them money with them borrow come with austerity measures from the IMF and the Inter-American Development Bank. So it tell them the conditions to them loan you. Develop social development. So that's why the road them not fix and the hospital not fix. Because the austerity measure stifle the growth and development of Jamaica. Borrowing.
Brother, Mark Golden not tell him. So Mark Golden not tell him, so listen. You remember, you know, and him did say it too, because when they mash up the economy, and Mama P and Peter Phillips have to put it, so Peter Phillips have put it back on the right path. Him did that, so his man come on, you have to pass the IMF, you have to pass the growth test, You can't just do this and pass IMF test. So we are telling him the same thing. Because him not doing no work. Remember garbage and sewage water took over the place. Look what that run pan. Look what Andrew wanted to run pan. St. Thomas Road, when get
man.
Mash it up and rob the money. Them rob the money. No, it mashed up before even the hurricane. It mashed up like 5 months. Him they tell me it pass for years, 100 of years. And him that run pan it, we on the strongest road. It did strong people. It not good. You notice him mention it again, Byron?
Exactly.
I saw him steer. So you
can't mention it, Lonesome.
So when him come, it's something for you move away from it. And we are saying, now, go work. You have to cover the truth of the people. Them.
Because deflection, you want you deflect from it.
So you make you deflect. Yeah. And the more you deflect, you not talk about him because of him running the election.
Right.
And him running up where he's not supposed to run.
Well, make we tell Andrew Holness and them boys them. But we could just say something to them. We not deal with not name deflection around here, say no. You know we are deal with that thing named reflection. We are reflect on your bad governance and your criminality and your high increase in salary for you and your boys them. Your criminal gang them.
Yes. We not talk about that again, Byron. The trend we not really, because that Andrew do. A big mama them do it too, what them do? Them have a part where them they thought something every day and say something like them said, me go trouble that PMP here. So when you not talk about Andrew Holness, it better for him. Because them are talk over that, see we have. So him a keep up his name content creators. Them have no punch sign that does PLI, Even the term wheel when them do something, them has price up something, we're gonna show them and say people watch what them do. Them do this for draw your attention. We have a club Andrew. Andrew not supposed to depend on the ballot. Neither
not even name.
That is definitely true. He's not supposed to depend on the ballot.
He's not supposed to depend on the ballot.
Not even name, much less in face.
The Prime Minister, the Speaker, Queenie, Agintai, Desmond, Vaz, all of them 7 people there, not for depend on the ballot.
Lollipop Jar too. Don't leave him out. Him tell Jamaican people say 15 million for one little sign named Negril. That's a criminal Lollipop Jar. Don't leave him out.
That make it 8.
No, but you leave out Mama Cow. She just get sentenced. She shouldn't even go back on it.
She a certified criminal. Mama Cow a certified criminal.
Now I talk about it what we know about.
Jadrang was supposed to depend on the ballot.
Jadrang was supposed to do that. Flight Green was supposed to do that.
No.
Then they bring protocol,
Alisha not even supposed after the
not supposed to do that.
No. Mubasa grass now go there, but not supposed to do that.
Nah, go there either. Yeah. And the list goes on and on, Colonel Charles, Snippy, and him sister up with it.
Colonel Charles do that and supposed to do it,
Dual citizenship.
Exactly.
US dual citizenship is not supposed to depend.
Byron?
Yeah.
Colonel Charles do that and them. None of them not supposed to depend.
Hey, yo, if Jamaican people want to be fool and bring back no more Charles in this. Jamaican people will be fool from, listen to me, Jamaican people can't be fool. This Charles name here pop up for too long in our political system. Here and them not good. The father thief 1,500 acre land. Cause thief that I'm gonna give them $1,000. That's a criminality. Yeah. The daughter show up towel underneath woman frock. That's assault. Snippy take with money up. Snippy take with money. I build house for a head teacher who don't qualify as an educational officer. Head mistress,
Yeah, man. They must sit up on it. No ballot for them. Them for more.
Nothing like that. Yeah, man.
At least put not for the on it.
At least put to go away because she don't know adult from at least put no know adult from teenager baby.
And she don't know what more elect them one mayor. The only
and Cap it not supposed to depend it. 13 not supposed to depend it.
I remember Crab a criminal, The security minister can't travel him a criminal, him a gun trafficker. gang organizer. He's not supposed to be nowhere around this. So when you check it out, none of them not supposed to be on it. Because all of them aiding and abetting criminality.
St. Elizabeth, I wonder with the land.
J.F. Hutchinson, a 1400-year girl and him take him wife and him son. Nasty thinking, donkey face J.F. Hutchinson.
He must have gone home. He's not supposed to step on it neither.
When face a wrinkle bottom.
Feda want to take Mike Henry and give Feda this. He's not supposed to.
Feda criminal. Feda.
Hey,
Feda garbage. I be a concubine life. Feda live in our office. Be a concubine life.
I'm not like a melting pot. I'm not like a melting pot. The way we sound, if I mean, if we are to go as it relates to the level of criminality, the 63 seat PNP gone with, man.
Then let me tell you a clean sweep. A clean sweep. If you run the election based on corruption and criminality, a clean sweep.
Kamina Johnson the US for
same thing again. Wally million she entangled with, you know, as it relates to Commonwealth Secretary campaign, you know.
Yes, but she feel us go to. And that part.
Oh, you mean if you go?
If you go to, you know.
Them they are criminals same way.
That part.
Chuck, dead right, Chuck a criminal too. Dead right, Chuck a criminal, him up there run. Them the China boy that left the place now. And nastiness them there.
Matty British.
Janko Jacket. Yeah. You mad? You man nobody, you know. Janko Jacket tell lie. Janko Jacket in the first place lie upon him address. That alone disqualify him.
Yeah. Yes. But the Prime Minister, the worst thing. The worst, never see this country. The man come up to him, tell the kids them one thing, and he come back, and him say, remember, you know, Patterson Bill Road, Mama P. Bill Road. Him come back and say, no, them mash up place when them build road and them build a highway to backside. Them build the road. You see what them did build? No road never stays so. The man mash up the road, take around nearly a decade. 9 years, not do nothing. No come say, I build it. Him blame it on the rain. Say the rain destroy it, and no him say the PMP. Like him want people run behind him. No, we are talking about the money where you have and the corruption and your wife 800 million home. And that is not all. The amount you are billionaire where you don't work for. So we have to move you.
I remember carpet not for running up. Carpet I tell the school youth them say them for come on come rub out weed na them and niggle, you know. That is a bad example if you are coming from a politician saying these things, you know. That don't set the precedent, you know. Malawu mattress, she rob Jamaican money, man. She give it money to our people, man. Malawu, hey, within a Malawu mattress case, you know. Remember, fear own demographics show you say she a criminal, you know. Because she married her grandfather, you know. She married her grandfather for him wealth.
And we have put on pampers.
You think she'll do with the taxpayers' money? She a big lollipop.
Favor over education when 9.2 billion missing. So she not ready yet.
Granddad, when you look for Malawu mattress, Granddad can't do nothing to her. So Malawu have to take the taxpayers' money and give to her lollipop.
So who them
or chocolate drop.
When nobody alone, so who them have?
That's how them run the country.
That's why just run for everybody and everybody disqualified.
Hey, Byron, that's me, you know.
Them not nobody, man.
Big Mama them say, listen.
Them not nobody. No. By process of elimination, them don't have anybody because we just eliminate all of them. You know.
So what them do now? Them want we know them not about Jones. And him ears them and the two term where him do miserably. You know what? Them know why you talk about it, you know. Even if you call it name, but don't point out or mash up the place. Them don't want to hear that. Because it'll damage him more. So him now feels them can dictate what we are doing. Look, brother, you can see we turn it up and you same way. And worse. The rest of them. Remember, Market me, man, not supposed to do that either. You know? I'm not calling name, you know. You're not supposed to do that either. You're mash up the hospital, brother. Yeah. A sin, man.
And get a bed when nobody can get a bed.
Chill out to people, them. You understand? Don't move, brothers. When you don't move. Hey, people, We're there, you know, later, yeah?
All right.
No more brothers.
Respect.